Yo, 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 yo. Wisdom Talk Podcast. We in this thing. It's your boy, Swell, the Cameroon Cone. Go ahead, Cuzzo.
It is your boy, Junyanii. I am in the building. I am here once again for episode... What is this?
I don't even know. That's why I didn't even say episode.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're here for another episode. Yeah. And we got a crew with us. You know what I'm saying? We got a crew this time. We got Jay Hall. You want to say something to the people?
Well, I'm not allowed to give my own introduction like everybody else. So, hi, I'm Jay Hall. Like you just said. I'm here.
All right, we about to get hot.
Jay Hall, y'all.
We're about to get hot in this up. No, I'm kidding. I know. Shots.
Shots fired.
Shots. Everybody. And then now we have a special guest with us today. Fun fact. She was actually a guest before, but we had technical difficulties some episodes ago.
Yeah.
But she is back. She has arrived. She is the best roofer in the fucking city of Houston.
Hey.
She is very professional with it. She is got a 6-foot personality, and
I said like 6'8".
6'8". Okay, we go with 6'8".
Personality.
Right. She is a one of one. Without further ado, we got Roof Mama, aka Crystal Nicole.
What up?
What's up?
Thank you for having me / kind of again.
Yeah, no, right.
Low key.
Right, part 1.5.
Yeah.
Right?
Part 1.5.
No proof from the first time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so how you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing great. I'm just out here living, one day at a time.
Okay.
How are you?
I am trying to work these pots that I have my hands in, multiple different pots.
Oh, I like that.
Bars. Trying to
Make things happen.
Make things happen.
Look at the wrist.
Yeah. You stuck in 2014 with that.
Still relevant.
Exactly.
You knew what he was talking about.
I did. You know, I'm not going to be the old Negro in the room.
I will. Don't worry.
Speaking of, you know what's funny?
What?
Whenever you post on social media, whenever you post on Facebook.
Ooh, say it. I know what you're going to say. I get asked this question a lot.
I want to know now.
Every time she posts something that's going to get people talking, she puts an emoji of like a black That shit has me wrong. Like, the black kid or the black man with the head with the palm in the face.
Oh yeah. So you use the black.
I use it all the time for messages. I do it to my family group chats, like, oh my god, like work messages with the black app. But okay, so what? So people, like, I always told people that I'm a dude. Because, like, I get hit on or whatever. People always tell me how pretty, whatever.
Yeah, right.
So I'm always like, well, I'm a dude. And people are like, what? But I have, like, guys who, like, back up the fact because I'm like, yeah, like, my dick is really fucking big. And excuse my language. But, yeah. And then I've got, like, guy friends who be like, yeah, like, I've seen it. And
it's
so,
interesting.
but then,
It's just like conversations I've had.
So, yeah. So, I got, like, a little attitude. So I'm like a black dude. I'm like, I'm just out here living. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
My black guy.
Oh, shit.
That's literally, I'm like,
we have an episode.
Yeah.
Why y'all got graphic? It's because I'm black, huh?
Same girl, same.
That's hilarious.
That is pretty fucking funny.
I'm telling you, every time I see it, I'm like, yo, there has to be like an inside joke. Like, I don't know if she's trying to like troll, like
in another universe,
troll, or like,
but she's a big ass black dude.
Yes, that's exactly what I am.
In another universe, she's me.
I'm like a football player. Like, I don't. That's why I say I'm like 7'2". Like, I don't know where.
When she said that literally before y'all got here, I was like, 7'2". That has to be like, why 7'2"? That's pre-planned. You didn't just think of that.
Yeah. Because it's twice her height.
Yeah. Exactly. Just like add on top of it.
Man.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, and another thing too, before we get into it, I also want to say this, and I always tell you this, by the way.
Okay.
But I don't know, you somewhere down your ancestral line, you're related to Snow the Product.
Oh.
Shout out to Snow the Product. You know who Snow the Product
yeah?
is?
No, I don't.
That's my girl.
Hispanic rapper. She's cold though.
She is
actually
great.
goes hard.
No.
Really talented.
Yeah.
You know
Snow the
I
Product?
love Snow. I've met her.
Yeah, Snow the
Oh, you met?
Oh, shit. Where?
So you met Crystal?
one.
No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
She's met a good bit of people. Like,
Very
was that but that wasn't like through your dad? Because your dad,
No, that was just from
big sports fanatic.
knowing people that work at venues.
Oh, just networking.
awesome.
Just networking. Damn.
Oh yeah. I'm jealous.
Right?
I want to meet Snow. What's up?
Yeah, you should.
Has she been on like BET Cypher before? She can spit, huh?
Oh yeah,
I heard her that. I know I've heard her.
So that's why you think that, because I will take that. Like, I will take that better.
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
than my looks, like, I would much rather, like, because we speak the same truth, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not just it's the looks too. Like, I don't know, some angles you take on Facebook or
yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, you put
She's
them up.
beautiful. I'll take it.
Yeah. She's,
I get snooky a lot.
I don't think about that, but that's
Damn, man.
Like, when my hair is darker, like I wear like my
Snooki.
darker eye makeup, or my hoops or something. Like I have friends who be like Snooki. They call me. Guys, don't do that. It's almost like
Yeah, no.
wild.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my hair used to be that exact color.
That's a good color.
Literally, my hair was that color.
I've seen her.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen her.
Swear.
Yeah, I've heard her.
Last summer, it was brown with that color in it.
Oh wow.
She has her own podcast as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Hey,
So many artists do that.
Come see us, Snow.
yeah, come show us.
right?
We'll show equal love. We'll reciprocate.
Hell yeah.
We might have to reach out at her. Yeah, her team or wherever. We could definitely probably get that to happen.
Yeah, maybe for real.
Honestly.
You know,
When you say for real, I say that. For real.
For real. Yeah. For real. Yeah.
Daughters make fun of me.
chemistry. Chemistry with us this is interesting.
Yeah. So, okay.
Let's go.
What got you into roofing? What got you into this whole deal? And it seems like you enjoy it because you always post pictures of you on rooftops and like you're on these 2-story fucking.
Hell yeah. I like it. So when I post those pictures is usually because it was a hard roof for me to get onto. So it's like I'm excited. Like I'm like my energy is going. So I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna post that I'm up here. Like I made it all the way to the top. Like I was telling him earlier before y'all got here that some of there are roofs that I'm afraid to get on, and like I kind of have to baby them, because I'm not gonna lie, like I'm brave, but I'm not that brave, so I'm not trying to die. So there are sometimes I'm like sitting on my butt, like scooting and stuff like that. But, so what got me into roofing was I had a friend of mine. We're not really friends anymore, but she opened up her own roofing company, and I had just left my job. I was in the financial industry before, and she was like, hey, I think you'd be really good at this. You're good at talking to people. Like, come work for me. So I was like, all right, cool. So I went to work for her. I didn't really learn anything. We spent like a lot of time just like hanging out. I didn't really learn anything, but I was kind of running out of money. So a friend of mine, I reached out to him, and he paid me to be like a hand for him. We built this like patio thing, whatever. And I told him I really want to make the roofing thing kind of happen because I felt like there was a lot of potential like doing it. And he introduced me to a friend that he knows, and that guy was like, hey, I'll take you with me, I'll train you, whatever. And he's been doing it for about like 10 or 12 years, something like that. And I learned everything from him, and I got really, really good at it.
Gotcha.
Really fast.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm like a sponge.
Okay.
So you saw the potential. Would you say that financial background that you have from previous occupation helped you visualize the potential?
I actually, like, when you say that, yes, only because, like, I didn't know jack squat about roofing, okay? But I worked in the financial industry, right? And I was in charge of, like, clients' money and people, like, their savings accounts, like, all their trade accounts and stuff like that. And my boss at that time, one of his most valuable clients, owned a roofing company. And I was like, man, this guy has a lot of money. And I was like, what does he do? He's like, oh, he owns a roofing company. I was like, what? So then when my friend asked me to do something, I was like, you know what, I'm down to learn. Like, I'm always about like learning more information. So I was like, yeah, let's go do this. And then I got good at it. I love talking to people. I love helping people. And so I'm just like, yeah, like, let's do it. Like, I love that. I like that it's different and I can make my own schedule. That's what I love. The money is good. Make my
like
own
your own
schedule.
boss.
Yeah, exactly.
Your own boss,
like make my own schedule.
Well,
Like,
what you
it's
want.
a great time.
So, do you actually do your own repairs, or do you have crews?
Yeah. There's crews. Right, there's crews. I'm just the salesperson, so like I go up to people's doors. I'm a door knocker. I do like referrals. I climb the roofs. I look for the damage, and then sign the contract, and then we've got a roof crew that will go and build the roofs. I do not walk those roofs like the way the roof crew does. Like when there's no shingles.
There's levels to this.
Yeah, there's no shingles and there's like no like grip. Those guys are like running down these roofs. I'm like videoing them. I'm like, dang, like no rope. I'm like, you guys are wild.
I have a homie that does roofing. Like he's like the worker inside.
Okay, like the crew.
Yeah, the crew. He's part of a crew.
That's awesome.
I have a good story for that one. My dad was a contractor growing up. And at that point, now my uncle owns a roofing company as well in Dallas. Actually, I think he just sold it. So either way, when I was a child, I used to annoy the crap out of my dad to go to work with him. So he would like tie me to the chimney so he can repair roofs because I just would not let it. I wouldn't let it go. Girl, I can like float drywall.
Wait, so he would tie you to the chimney? I'm confused.
He would like harness me and tie me to the chimney while he was up like repairing a roof.
So you would climb the roof with him? Like
he'd like put me on his shoulders or something.
Oh,
yeah. And then have you up there with him while he's working.
I was like, how did you get up there?
I made him take me up there. Like
you started throwing out terms.
Probably like 3.
What the?
No.
Damn.
Where's your mom at? Her? She's
probably
like,
at work.
She's like, what are you doing with my kid? He's
I was right by the street, girl.
Only in the 90s. Only in the 90s.
True. That was probably in the 90s.
No, you didn't see that shit nowadays.
Yeah.
She's good. Yeah, don't worry.
She's fine.
So.
She has artists. She's fine.
Yeah, that was my dad.
And you know, you were shooting out terms and stuff too, like laying sheetrock and all the other shit.
I float in sheetrock. Yeah. It's like a little patch for your wall whenever somebody gets angry or anything. When anything happens.
Why is I go back to the anger like punch a hole in the wall or something?
Because I was going to say unless somebody's a Kyle, but I didn't know if anybody would get it, so I didn't want to.
Wait.
Is that Kyle? Is that like, shut the fuck up, Kyle?
Yeah, no, I'm lost. What's it that?
A white person. It's a white boy that yells at his mama and punches her.
Oh.
Yeah, he punches holes in his wall. You know,
shut up, mom.
Drinks energy drinks.
I poured up a shot yesterday, mom.
You're just ready to go.
Yeah.
Like,
mom.
So like
the meatloaf.
I say that to my mom all the time.
So like
my candy spilled.
Uh-oh.
I got it.
Your candy spilled. Reaching for the
I don't want to fall on the cracks. I got it. Unraveled.
But so basically, a Kyle is like a roid raging, like white boy, short tempered.
Yeah, like energy drinking.
Little privileged kid, spoiled brat.
Is it like Is it like that kind of dude?
The monster.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Fuck you, mom.
Where's those pizza rolls?
This is some new news to me. I didn't know that a Kyle was a thing. I learned something new too.
I got it. Everything's
the internet name.
You got to call the white girl.
Basic white name.
Teach us.
So you got Kyle, you got Karen. What else is there?
Chad.
There's Debbie.
You know what a Chad is, right?
What's a Debbie? What's a Chad?
Fuck a Debbie.
A Chad is like
little Debbie,
like an alpha chiseled face aesthetics. You know that Abercrombie model looking dude. Chad.
I've heard Chads before.
There's Pookie. I'm a Pookie actually, but my favorite name Tyrone.
There's a guy named Chad. Sorry, Chad. There's this guy named Chad.
Damn, we name dropping already.
We already know where
Segway.
So Chad, this Chad guy, that's actually his name. Yeah, he has been in my inbox since like 2000 and
shit! This is some inbox shit.
That's why I said sorry, Chad.
Get your shit together, Chad.
Chad has been in my inbox talking to himself for a couple years. Okay.
Oh man.
And so I posted. I thought I had cropped out his name. I screenshot like the conversation and I posted like on my Snapchat so like people could see. And I was like, bro, like don't ever be this guy. Like.
Damn, you put him on your story?
Flamed him.
But one of my guy friends saw, like, I guess I didn't cross the guy's name out or something, like the Chad name. And one of my guy friends saw, and he was like, of course his name is Chad. And I was like, oh, bye, Chad. Sorry.
Yeah,
he's always in the inbox. He sent me a message just the other day. He's always in there.
If you think about that, that's like getting catcalled and like guys trying to shoot their shot in person. That's what they do online.
I know. I feel bad for him, but like,
just DM
like
you.
after so many messages, like just stop. Just stop. Like,
do you know him in real life?
No.
He just shoots his shot virtually.
I don't like that either.
I know.
So okay, let me ask the women this then. Right now, y'all, do you guys get that often? Like, like a dude hit y'all up?
Yes.
DM or like hit y'all?
Especially when you post pictures. Like, you post a new profile picture.
Right.
Boom, the inbox floods up.
Damn, that's crazy. It's nothing like that for us. So your average to above average chick by looks and everything and beauty, inboxes are full, flooded.
Yeah, average to above. Those girls are getting messages for sure.
See, and that's what makes the man's journey even.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just another thing.
I was just about to say.
No, here's the thing.
Y'all have so many options. The cars are
I'm not even like, I'm not attracted to or whatever, and they'll inbox me. And I reply to them. But chat, like, it's the way, it's your delivery. The way what you're saying.
Have something good to say.
Wisdom talk.
Something that you're saying will get the right attention, right? So, like, I post, like, a bunch of, like, satire on my Facebook, right?
Yes, you do.
And so I'll get in. People won't comment on it, but they'll inbox me their comment and be like, "Oh, blah 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 blah," and I'm like, "Why you came here to say that? Like, what are you doing?" So then naturally, I want to argue with them. So then they got my attention. Right? I'm like, "Oh, you came here to do that?" I'm like, "What are you doing here?" So then I start talking shit like in my inbox.
Who invited you?
Yeah, basically, I'm like, I did not. I invite you in here, sir.
God damn.
Jeez.
It's hard out you.
Yes, tell me about it for a man too.
So yeah, it's polar opposite. It's like y'all have to vet all of these guys just shooting their shots. We have to be the ones to shoot our shot and find which the right.
Y'all got to filter. Y'all have so many.
That is crazy. Y'all's option difference
is like same way though. I know guys who get like inboxes with girls like sending them pictures of their boobs.
Now you're coming into my world because I know these numbers.
Yeah.
So the percentage of those guys are like 10%.
Slim to none.
Exactly. Between looks, status, and wealth, and like the money.
I've had
that's like a good 10%.
I have a lot of guy friends who will say, like, they'll got girls in there, like, sending pictures of, like, their boobs.
They've never
met. But they probably are good-looking guys. Met before. But those are probably the good-looking guys.
Oh, no. There's some...
Here's the deal, right?
Or if they're not the good-looking guys, then they got money or something.
Not all of them. Some of them, yes. Not all of them, though.
Is it like, if they're not good-looking and they don't got money, then they have, like, status or some charisma, game.
Maybe. Or the girls are just out here, like, lonely and one showing boobs.
No, those are the dudes that are really lonely. Those are all the dudes. That's Chad.
Yeah.
Lonely.
Yeah, probably.
He's catching L's in the streets and he's catching L's virtually. So he's like out of it. He's just, chicken choking.
I never rude to him. I just don't reply.
Yeah.
Does he still message you right now?
Does he? Like, he doesn't have no witty jokes? He doesn't come up with like...
The other day.
I'll tell you. Yeah, it was just the other day. I'll tell you the last
He just says, hey, shit like that.
Oh, so his
He doesn't try to like...
Wait.
I'm
really sorry, Chad.
Come up with some fucking jokes.
I'm not saying his last name, because there's a lot of Chad.
Yeah, no, please don't.
You already name dropped him. I mean, there's no sorry from...
Yeah,
I said sorry.
He's gonna know who he is.
Name dropped my baby daddy, my first episode, and then we all booed him.
Yeah,
his message was on Sunday.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
It was literally a week ago. On Sunday, he messaged me. You single yet? First of all, I've been single.
You say yes.
Yeah, like, first of all,
I get that you ignore him because you're with someone.
Don't come at me. Are you single yet? Like, that's like, would you want my happiness? Like,
are you single yet?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Dumbass.
You can feel for her. You empathizing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I don't reply. I'm like, this girl's lost his goddamn mind.
Reply.
Oh my God.
Don't come out here like that.
Are you single?
Damn.
Weirdo.
That's what it goes.
Are you single yet?
He has not picked up any game. No Riz, whatever term you want to use. He has not learned nothing.
Maybe this one will keep, this podcast will keep him out of my inbox now.
Yeah, because this shit, it gets broadcast everywhere.
What if he like kind of stalks you and watches your stories and everything?
I'm
and then,
sure he does.
So he's going to see that you're on the podcast. So he's going to be looking for the podcast. podcast.
We talked about him so long on this.
I know, right? This is the second. We're gonna clip this. We're gonna definitely clip this. Legend, clip this. We're gonna title it Chad.
Chad is a star. You know, I said he was a nice fella earlier, but I don't know him. Like, you know, like he could be nice.
So wait a minute. Time out.
Yeah, I say he's a nice fella. I don't know him.
Hold on. So like.
Sorry.
Did this guy reach out to you on Facebook?
Yeah.
So like he had to hit up your personal profile. Like,
yeah. He's all my. He's like one of my Facebook friends.
Oh, so
I have a lot of Facebook.
You have
friends.
a lot of Facebook friends.
So I don't really like, you know, whatever. But like, look, you can look at it. Look at it. I'm like, thanks.
Wait. So he messages you on Snap and he has you on Facebook?
Messages from Chad.
He goes hard in the paint.
Oh damn, this fool!
Yeah, you see
Facebook messages too.
A lot.
So you got the receipts. It doesn't disappear.
That's not like.
Oh man!
Snap. I posted. I screenshot the.
All those gray messages, no blue or purple or whatever other color would show response. Just one way. You say he'll suck it to himself for years.
Years.
Wait. What's the origin? What year? Let's go down the chronological timeline real quick. We're gonna move on to the conversation, but this is really enticing. This is like a case study right here.
Persistent, Chad.
Man.
2000
July 21st, 2019.
So it's been 4 years. 4 years shooting this shot.
And let me ask you this.
Yes.
Let me ask this.
Yeah.
Right. Let me ask this.
Go ahead.
Is this the only guy you've dealt with this before? With the guy
there's other
like,
ones.
Sheesh. You too, huh?
He's probably the worst one.
I bet you too, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
Yes.
It's a woman. We see these women here. They're decently attractive, at least, right? Minimum. So you're gonna see. You see what they do? See what happens with them? They get all this this flood of unworthy people you don't know.
Yeah.
Like these for all you know, these people could be serial killers and they're just hitting you up.
You know that there's like a meme that's like there's the only difference between sexual harassment and flirting is your face.
Yeah. That's what I say.
Where'd you hear that?
There's like a little quote where like I could feel like some guy could bump into me and I think he's sexual harassing me if he's ugly, but if he was good looking, I'd be like, oh damn, I better.
Dude, you're so based. I forgot how based you are. Because you think like a dude. You know the game. Like that's why it's creeping if that dude's unattractive, but it's cute and flirty. That's where he's attractive.
He's looking at me.
Yeah. They can say the same lines word by word, and she'll be twirling her hair and all that shit. And maybe even bite the lip wherever he's attractive. But it just depends on the arousal level. But then the other side, oh my God, like I have a boyfriend. All that on type of shit. And telling people this creep just try to talk to me. Mm-hmm. And then the guys hear that, he's watching that dude like, man, this motherfucker. Because we hear he's a creep, but he's really just not attracting you. So that's bad signals right there too.
Sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But he could be good looking, what's his name? The serial killer guy.
Well, Ted Bundy. I was just about to say.
Yeah, Ted Bundy, right? He Ted Bundy's out there looking good looking too, but out there killing people.
You know, the craziest thing about Ted Bundy is that while his case was going on, he got married. Mm-hmm. While he was in court and stuff.
Wait, there was some,
and they knew he was killing.
There was some woman out there that
married him. Exactly.
Yeah. He had a wife and all.
That's game.
Jeez, either game or he's got some sort of generational wealth that she can get a bag.
Personality disorder, and he's a complete sociopath.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
To manipulate yourself into a woman's head, even though you're a killer and a known killer.
Yeah, she's like, it's fine. I love you, Ted.
But I still love you. Exactly. I want to have your babies. Yes.
She didn't know until later.
Oh my God.
Don't you remember the Jeffrey Dahmer shit? Girls were writing them letters while he was in jail.
Oh my God, he's so good looking.
Sex letters.
Wasn't he?
Are you serious?
Yes. And he was the one that was killing the gay minorities and stuff.
He was the one eating them, right?
And eating them, exactly. Yeah. And they're writing them letters. It's like,
I don't know.
That's a sick fetish.
Yeah, that's
what people like some dark shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it's wild.
Don't even get
so. Let me ask y'all this, ladies. Have y'all ever been? And y'all probably say yes to this, but y'all ever been scared to leave a relationship before?
Yes.
Yeah. You better
like what scared on what
like
level?
scared like
For your life?
well, not for your life, but like scared as far as like you're unsure to go into uncharted territory, or you're scared that if you put your foot down on this dude, he's gonna retaliate on you, and like he's
When you say it like that.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
that's what I mean. Not like figurative,
think
not
I
literally,
have.
but figurative.
I don't think I have. But I was like married for a while. I think I was scared
True.
when that ended.
Well, okay, well, marriage, right?
That's
Were you
different.
scared
I
to?
was scared, yeah, because I had
You
to start like
weren't you also
What?
was married?
Yeah, I mean,
Or you're
Oh, yeah,
you're
true
still
that,
like,
true that.
damn, y'all have a lot in common. This is
I'm
gonna
still
be a
married,
good
but
episode.
I haven't
On
seen
paper.
him. I'm basically divorced. I haven't seen
Separated.
him in forever, so they're just gonna be like, and like send me on my way. But yeah,
So like what I think Junyanii is referring to is also that like let's say you're already checked out, but you're still there for like a couple from like months longer before you actually officially leave. Like you're already like mentally checked out of that relationship.
Yeah.
So you're still with that person because like
Right.
when guys checked out, they're out.
Yeah, so
they stay
what-
in the relationship.
So when y'all
for months
mentally
and
check
months
out, like
after.
what takes y'all so long to leave? Like shouldn't y'all leave like right when you mentally check out? That should be the moment. Like, all right,
if I mentally check out, I'm leaving.
okay.
I'm not staying for any of that. My marriage
Wait.
was different though.
Were you afraid? You were afraid to leave it though.
I was afraid to leave because I wanted my family to work, and I was afraid to leave because I was gonna have to start all over, and that wasn't the goal I had for my life. The goal I had
That's
for
the
my life-
reason. That's
Yep.
The goal I had for my life was
yeah.
completely different. So I was scared only because it was like, if I actually do leave,
It's like a
I'm
start
letting
all
go
over.
of this goal that I dreamed that I had.
And now you have to go factory reset.
chills.
Exactly. So it's a different
I
type
got
of
low
scared. That's why I asked what kind of scared you were asking about, because it's
Okay.
different.
Okay.
I'm scared of my life.
I was thinking more of like the other way, but that's another fear too. Fear is like, you know, it has many different faces. Yeah. So
mine was basically the same. Afraid for that to like fail, and then I mean, yeah, my situation was just like drug and alcohol abuse, like and lying behind my back and like using that money on things not our bills. So
Right.
it was just like he was fucking up in every single way possible. So it
Left you no choice.
it left me no choice. And then once I was like, leave, then he like ran off and vanished for 3 months at first. I was like, all right, you just
Sheesh.
you're poking the bear now. You're about to
Jesus.
get all kinds of crazy bitch coming over to your house, boy.
Jesus, Notoria, just please us with you. I'm reciting Big Yo.
All right.
But yeah,
Well, damn, yeah.
it's definitely going out though. Whenever I was like checked out, I was going out with you know, I grew up with all like homeboys and stuff.
Right.
Going out with the bros,
Yeah.
The y'all are like the guys.
basically.
Oh yeah, but my dick's big.
But see,
Except I got a big
but see, y'all two are the Virgos sitting on the same. Y'all are on one side. See, I'm an Aquarius. She's a Scorpio.
Yeah,
but my rising Scorpio though, so like we kind of have like a camaraderie with that.
Aw,
you know
shit.
what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm an Aquarius though at heart though, but
Aquarius at heart?
Yeah.
That's cute.
yeah, I'm an Aquarius. Didn't you say like
gonna make
you have issues with Aquariuses? Like that's all you seem to run into?
No, Geminis.
Me too, bitch.
Fuck Geminis. Fuck y'all Geminis. Although wait,
Hey, I'm sorry.
except for my brother. He's
Sparked
the
another
only
conversation.
Gemini that I love, but all the other ones, fuck y'all.
My son and my daddy are the only. They're my favorite little Geminis.
Yeah.
But
You know that Gemini is literally like good and evil, like the angel and the devil.
But you know what? Wait, you want to hear some fucked up shit?
Let's hear it.
That's
So,
tell.
Let's
you
hear
know,
it.
like you can do like compatibility and stuff like that, right? So
right.
apparently, Virgos and fucking Geminis are like soulmates. Who wrote this lie?
No, wait.
Who wrote this
No.
lie? I hate them.
do Geminis have soulmates?
See, that's when I stopped. That's when I started questioning astrology because that don't make no damn sense.
Yeah, but I have some fucked up shit because I'm like,
Maybe as like friends.
I don't know.
Maybe,
But
not in a
you
relationship.
can look it up right now and it'll be like, oh, this relationship is meant to last.
Oh.
Blah, 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 blah.
See, they selling
Wait,
tickets
Virgo
out
and
here.
Gemini.
Yeah.
That's wolf tickets, man.
Scorpio and Gemini. Like, I don't think Gemini messes with either one of y'all.
Gemini suck.
I've never read that Gemini is compatible. They just
Hey, sorry to the Gemini guys.
Yeah, they
Y'all
do.
catch that L right here.
find my ass.
They're like so attracted to me. Like they're everywhere.
I don't know what
Jesus.
it is. I have no idea.
But that one guy was a Gemini.
Which one?
The big guy. That's
I don't know what he was. Like,
Shots fired.
Wait, what big guy?
No.
No, that's gonna be.
That one cannot be on.
Oh, wait,
Sorry, that was an inside joke.
we busting up.
We were talking.
T14 classified.
We were talking about this.
We can have another conversation.
We were talking about
Some off the record shit.
Yeah,
See, this is what I get for like showing up behind the scenes.
Yeah, it was off the record. I really
bucko.
off the record. I was like,
Yeah.
What happened?
Gosh damn.
Yeah.
Rewind.
We gotta rewind that. Like, you know.
Hidden cameras and shit here.
Yeah.
They throw like a little.
Imagine that, man. The gotcha camera.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha.
Gotcha,
bitch. Yeah, exactly.
It's like we got all of it.
Jeez, man.
Oh,
Jeez.
let me just use your shirt.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Man, that was
Soft cotton on the shirt.
interesting segue. Things are flowing very well. Yeah. I told you this is gonna be an interesting one, man.
We'll pull some questions out.
Yeah, I do have. We have gone through a couple of the questions. Did you want to answer the question?
No, I had like a few.
What is that
Like,
smell? It smells good. Someone's got some smell good on it?
it might be the pen. It might be the pen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably. Both the pens together.
It's an instant pen. I know what you're talking about.
No, but
No.
it might be that. Maybe I smell that.
I know. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I think.
You see?
A little
You know,
slick.
sitting down.
A little slick. She's slick with it, dog.
Yes, like
Fuck you, motherfucker. You think you're slick.
Jesus.
Wow.
All right, where's your questions, John?
Hey, you want to go first? I could go.
No, I had a question, like a freestyle question about that.
Oh, okay.
It'll come to me though.
Whoa.
I like that.
So, like, what's your type of guy?
Are you asking her or are you asking me?
Both.
You first. Yeah, both. Exactly. It's a universal question.
I mean, she's the guest, so we just go.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you first, and then I was then Jordan.
My type of guy? Manly. I don't like metro dudes. I don't like.
What's a metro dude? What is that?
Elaborate.
A metro dude is like someone who's like all about like their materialistic, like their
Flamboyant.
not even sometimes flamboyant. I don't know, but like
Sometimes.
their outfits, their hair has to be perfect. Their clothes have to be perfect.
High maintenance.
They're high maintenance dudes. Yeah, I'm not really into girly guys, or I guess what you could say.
Rest in peace, Prince.
Feminine.
Feminine dude. Yeah, I like more manly. I like guys who like to get their hands dirty.
Like a lumberjack.
Yes, I love lumberjacks.
She, like,
Hell yeah.
with the fucking lumberjack shirt rolled up to the
Yeah.
a flannel fucking
A flannel
Let me not like the tree.
throwing flannels.
I like guys who like they got tattoos, whatever, muscles, not muscles, just big. I like big dudes because I'm little, and so
That makes sense.
I like to feel like
Opposites attract.
yeah, I want to feel like my dude's gonna protect me. I don't want to have to protect him, and I'm mean, so like I don't want to. I don't want to be. I don't want some like little girly guy, right? And he's like girly. He's like not into like
y'all both come get your ass whooped.
yeah, like not being assertive. And
We
stuff.
got our hands full.
Like if some guy, let's say for instance, we're out, right, and some guy is
Pressing up on.
pressing on me or even my dude. Like I don't want my dude to not be. I don't want him to like try to fight everybody, but I also don't want him to like be a little pushover.
Right.
And be like, no, it's fine. Like no, say something. Like you know, like
Stand up for yourself.
exactly, stand up for yourself.
Right.
I can speak for myself. I'm a last resort because like the martial arts way is like last resort is self-defense and everything. Yeah, it's discipline and
Yeah, like I said, I'm not
but
going to
you do
fight
confront
people.
the situation.
Right, like, but don't be like a little bitch. Honestly, like I like.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Yeah,
Fight or flight, you got to catch this roundhouse
I like
kick.
the same. Like I'm a very dominant person. I'm very assertive. I'm outspoken, right? You can tell. And so I like a manly man because I like to be submissive when it comes to like a relationship. So
okay.
Same.
So okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Okay.
So you're not.
Now you got some. Let him cook.
To be dominant to someone so dominant, right? Like
See, now she's already
you can't
getting
have a girly
into it.
guy like that. You have to
taking
have a
my
manly man who knows what he wants. He'd be like, nah, bitch, this fuck down. I'm like, oh, My bad.
So is it safe to say?
Yeah.
So is it safe to say that all women, no matter your personality, no matter, they all want to submit to a man that's worthy? Is that true?
No. There are some women who are dominant.
True.
Yeah, there's women who like to boss their dudes around.
That's true. I feel like even those types of women want to. They will meet their.
That's like dominatrix type of shit.
Yeah, they'll meet their match of
Mr. Slade.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's those women who like that type of men. Those guys are not going to be the ones to make that woman submissive. They like to be.
They like to be submissive. Yeah.
I have a friend. She is a very voluptuous. I'm not going to call her name out because I'm probably going to say a very story. But she's very voluptuous, very beautiful. Like she's
voluptuous.
She got the curves.
Yeah.
She's
very
like
beautiful.
BB
Dub. Okay.
She's gorgeous, beautiful face. And she loves, I guess, when guys like want her to dominate them. So let me tell you, I don't know the exchange for this, but this guy messaged her and asked her if she could like tie him up to a bed and like leave him there and then like degrade him. So
yeah, I don't want that dude. He literally I'm gonna steal his wallet.
Well, no, he didn't have to do. No. I'm gonna tell you what the exchange was. He straight went over there, was handcuffed to her bed for 13 hours straight while she worked in her living room, like working from home. Yeah,
she was like, "Yeah, you stay in there, bitch."
She'd go in the next room like, "Stupid bitch," and like walk away. He left her like $1,300 at the end of the day.
Damn, I'll do that to someone.
She like walked in, uncuffed him at the end of the day, and walked away. And then she left before he was able to get up or anything. And yeah, she says she came back. There was like $1,300 left. I was like, that's what's up. Holler.
I'm down to talk shit to y'all for $1,300.
See, both of y'all would take that. Y'all be a fool not to take that. I'd take it.
I have a guest bedroom. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, listen. If I was in the female shoes, I'd do that. I'd take it.
Little bitch.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah, but I'm not was it BB though? Not that.
No, but just a woman to just degrade him, tie him up and shit. You're not for $1,300.
I said I would do it. Fuck that. I'll smack him around.
Play that little thing.
I'll be mean.
What the fuck did I just hear? Hey, I thought I heard it all. What the fuck?
No, don't even start. We were talking about some wild stuff.
It's just like I just get more and more blown away. I don't get it.
Yeah.
To do that.
Man, we got.
But you know what though? Like, there's a lot of people. That's like fantasy fetish type shit. Like that dude.
I'm still just processing. I'm sorry, man. What the fuck?
That
$1,300?
Is that $13? That dude's like a dominant guy in his life for the most part.
Yeah. I was gonna get
the opposite, right?
He's like a lot of CEOs do that.
I don't know.
A lot of CEOs do
in real life. I don't know.
Oh, damn, it could be that.
I mean, pretty much every guy that my homegirl is actually like in a relationship with is a little more like they're always smaller than her, and they, she's just like not.
She knows what she likes.
I mean,
she goes for what she likes.
We've talked about some other wild shit. She's very much dominant. Like,
good for her. She got some confidence out there.
Yeah.
She's the real dummy mommy.
Confidence is bigger than fucking Texas, man. It's huge.
So she's the masculine woman that needs a feminine man.
She fixes cars and everything. She's the shit.
Oh, she's butch.
I like her.
Bitch, dude.
She's butch.
She's in Alabama.
Alabama.
I fucking love that bitch. I miss her. She helped me buy my car from Alabama. Literally was like a little investigator. She's like, this is the accident it was in.
While guys tied up in the other room.
Yeah.
While the other dudes in the other room.
Don't worry about him, girl.
Get water?
Girl, don't worry about him. Fuck you. You suck.
Jesus.
God damn.
I know. It's crazy on the, like, all bullshit to the side. That's like, it's it's wild.
What? I'm telling you, I gotta say some of this story. I'm sorry, I mean to interrupt.
No,
you.
go ahead.
But we gotta say some of these stories of like the one with that guy that that has money and the girls with send.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought that one.
You got that
one. So
man, hold up, man. I need to start coming early to the shit for the G14 classified. That's what I'm saying. I was late, like behind that.
It's okay. She's running late. We can be late. I'm like, man, we gonna be real late.
I mean, shit, man. See,
I came from far too.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so the story we were talking about earlier, and I have this gentleman. He is a friend of mine. I've known each other for a few years, and he's well off, okay, and he has told me all kinds of stories about girls that he's known, who he's met, who's inboxed him, and all kinds of stuff. And one time he was telling me, and I may get half of this wrong, but probably not. One time he was telling me that this girl messaged him and was like, she wanted him to order her lunch or pizza or something, and he was like, well, show me your tits or your other stuff and I'll do it. And she did, and I was like, what? Like, girls out here showing
for a meal,
for a pizza.
It's a fucking pizza, bro.
Here's my titties.
Have you hooked up before?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. But
he changes everything, I think.
He's telling me these girls girls will ask him for money and stuff, and he tells them yeah, you can do this or this if you show me your tits.
Damn, that's the reverse Uno card right there.
I don't know, but I'm not showing anyone anything for.
Well, actually, that's the same shit. As
you can go to CC's or Little Caesars and get a $5 pizza. You can.
I'm ready.
I was just saying.
I'm ready.
All right. Now, if we're talking a pair of Jordans or something, I might show a titty for some J's.
For some J's?
If it's something that I know well.
A titty.
One. Just one. You only get one for those two.
I don't know. I guess it depends what the price is.
What the price is? I don't know. I'm not all about that.
I don't know.
So you're telling me
I'm not gonna lie, man. All the girls
$1,300 though. I do it for that $1,300.
I was gonna say. So for $1,000, would you flash the boobs for $1,000?
Yeah, just flashing. Yeah, for $1,000. Probably, but y'all don't be in my inbox after that.
I know. All the chads.
All the chads. My inbox after that comment.
The chadical mother.
Chads just took it.
Unless you come in with that money first.
Yeah, cash out first.
Yeah.
Are those Doc Martens?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, I have my Doc Martens in the car.
Yeah.
I'm wearing them tonight.
They used to work at Journeys. Yeah, they used to sell those at Journeys.
I got these from Doc Martens.
I love them.
Oh,
so they're fancy.
I love them.
You fancy, huh?
Mine have heels.
You fancy, huh? Hair done, nails done, everything did. Shout out to Jay. I was saying that. I went somewhere. I'm back.
All right, bet. You're ready for it. Oh, we were talking about
the type.
No. Oh,
well, that was the original. But what are you about to segue?
I was gonna segue to which. Okay, so she was talking about her friend, and I was gonna segue to what we were talking about earlier with Lizzo.
Yeah, now that look at that.
What's going on?
Shout out to the special guest.
She just the topic.
This is what we did.
I wanted to bring this shit up.
I know.
Exactly.
What happened because I'm not on social media.
No, we were talking about it on a conversation.
Yeah.
I didn't know either.
Yeah.
He brought it to my attention.
You're gonna explain it?
Yeah,
I got you. All right. So Lizzo is getting sued. Apparently, there's a lawsuit on her from her backup dancers, saying that she yelling at them about how they're overweight and feeding them bananas, and
crazy.
Apparently something happened in New Amsterdam even where she forced her dancers, it was like a show there at, and if you know New Amsterdam type of shows they have, some sex shows, and then she was having them touch the private parts while they're performing. And making them have to do it and stuff. So.
Yeah, she basically at this party, basically she was having her backup, making her backup dancers eat bananas out of booty holes, and fucking eat fruits.
Stop it! I would have been
she was forcing them to do it.
Yeah.
And you know how she was able to force them supposedly?
In front of people?
Huh?
In front of people?
In front of everybody.
Yeah, it's a show.
How was she able to
a sex show at New Amsterdam.
Backbones at?
They're wild out there.
Somebody.
You feel what I'm saying? But see, the people were probably thinking about the money, right? Because you're under contract, so people were like, okay, my livelihood, Lizzo's probably paying them a good bag, right? So they're probably at the moment, they're like, okay, But then again, they could have been scheming this like, all right, we're gonna do this. But on the back end, we're gonna sue the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
see now that.
See,
get all this evidence together.
Banana, no one's butt. Like you got
get all this evidence together.
Yeah. You can say, see, if people and it goes and it's a testament to like
your morals,
the morals, your morals, and I guess it's like a generational thing, right? Because people in our generation, we had backbones, like more backbones than these new age motherfuckers.
Yeah. Fuck that. I'm gonna go out swinging.
Every one of us here would be like, if you don't want to do it, you're gonna say no. You're gonna be like, man, fuck that. I'm not trying to do that.
I know my worth, man.
If you want to do it, then
that's on you.
Yeah, it's on you. You'll say you won't have a problem and you won't give a fuck. That's just our generation.
Yeah.
But we also will be
there's
like,
some crazy kinks, man.
Fuck all that. I'm not doing that. Nope. Not doing it.
No.
Wait, is it a girl or a guy's booty that I'm eating it out of?
I think it was both.
It was both. Like swapping. Like
it was a sex show, so it's multiple performers.
Is it the banana inside the peel or outside?
It was some freaky.
What a question! It could be half, you know. So therefore, you're not getting so close. You're getting blocked by the pill. So if it's half pills, so it's like your face isn't that close to it. It's a little block. It's a barrier.
Listen, the reason
what is it?
The reason I was
that's the matter. I wouldn't even say I don't know
the bananas in someone's ass.
Wait,
okay.
How did your mind go there to ask that question?
Jesus.
The reason I was asking is because the booty hole, it gets tight, right? So like if you
it's gonna cut off.
Listen to this breakdown of the booty hole.
Smush that banana and the banana's gonna be inside their butthole and there's no banana to eat.
Yo, hold on. I want to hear this break. I want to hear Crystal's break. Booty hole.
I don't know.
You know, it's like internal. It's like an organ kind of, but like not really.
Like that booty hole only expands when stuff is coming out or sometimes going in. But
I hope none of y'all ate when don't eat right now. Skip
like if the banana had the peel on it, I would understand. Like, all right, like you have the peel in the back end. And what about this? Wait, what about this? Because it just popped in my head. But like, okay.
Jesus.
When the mind starts to wander. When the mind starts to wander.
You know how the bananas, like you can peel the top of it, but like leave the bottom where you just hold it like that.
Yes. Wow. The depth of the description.
Open the peel.
Halfway, so it wasn't mushed off.
Yeah, where's my laptop?
Welcome to Crystal's Anatomy.
We need a fucking the guest over here fucking getting too weird. Where's my motherfucking laptop?
This is like the third time I'm responding like this. I don't even know what's going on.
We need to rate this one like R or
we're gonna have a disclaimer. Hey, Legend, put the disclaimer on this when you're editing.
TV mature
warning
or TVMA.
Some of this content might be disturbing.
That's so
Hey, my mom will probably watch you guys, which is even funnier.
Oh my
Hey, Mom. I say that to her all the time, but my mom is not like. I mean, you know how I am. Like, my mom is, she knows how I am, too.
She's clean to the bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. She knows what's up. My dad deleted me on Facebook. He was like, I can't do it.
What?
I had to take both my parents off, so I mean, that's just...
No, my mom is on my Snapchat, my Facebook.
What kind of shit are you posting when your dad deletes you?
Oh, man, I post all kinds of stuff.
Some people suck her dick, bro. She's like, suck my black ass dick.
I'll tell you, she be going hard. Like it's funny, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
like
I stand corrected.
I love your energy. I'm adding you on Facebook.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, for real. Y'all should connect. Like,
y'all just became friends. Y'all look so much alike. It's enough for one of y'all. Like both of y'all just tag teaming that joint.
Overwhelming.
God damn. I'm over here contemplating things. Like whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
So with the Lizzo thing, right? Like they're suing her because they claim that she forced them, but it goes back to what we say. You technically don't have to do shit.
Yeah.
You went ahead with it anyway because you were probably thinking other factors like, okay, she pays me, I live off of this. This is my livelihood right now.
This is not any like slave fucking shit going on. Like you're not getting whipped out here.
Right. Exactly.
Unless she had you handcuffed, which again you could have ran away.
You didn't have to be there. You know what I'm saying?
If you felt forced, you could be like, nah, fuck you. I'm gonna kick you in the head.
And you know why they also, before you say something, and you know why else they probably felt forced? Because they don't have no backup plan. They don't have a plan B that they can fall back.
That's usually how it is. Like, as a dancer,
and especially being in an industry like that, like, come on, like, I'm in that industry, like, nothing is.
But now they're suing. They're about to get rich.
Yeah, they might
go ahead. It depends on how the case goes. I'd say that. But she's gonna have to cough up some.
She might have to, bro.
I mean, what's she gonna do? She gonna pay all the witnesses in the room? Like,
man, but she, like, how are you gonna be?
Look.
See, I don't give a fuck about, like, I don't even know where to start, because
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like the way, you know. Well, first of all,
no judgment to her, but those people could have just said no.
They could have.
My thing is, she's overweight, and she's picking on her backup dancers for being overweight.
Right.
It's such a hypocrisy of her.
Right. That's why she has more of that heat coming towards her, because, like, nobody wants to see your big, wide, flat ass shaking your ass, twerking at courtside Lakers games with your ass out, sitting on the dirty ass seat. No high value man or man that's trying to be high value is trying to look at that shit. I'm gonna be real. And that's for children are seeing that. First of all, let's talk about the kids looking at that. Like, that's not a good influence. Like,
first of all, why you bringing your kids to a show you know Lizzo's gonna be at? Like, that
says something right there. That says something right there.
You didn't see that video where she was twerking at the Lakers game?
I don't watch that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, yeah, she was twerking courtside at the Lakers game. Okay. Like, ass is out. They're playing some music, like timeout music.
Like, get it, girl.
Yeah. I mean, y'all could have been doing that, but like, hell no. But see, the men are just like, dog, hell no. We need one of y'all.
See, that's different perspectives right there.
We need one of y'all. You need to go out there.
I'm gonna let y'all know. Most men, because there are those guys that have a little fetish like that, and like that stuff. Hey, after all, her homegirl gets these little guys to dominate. I mean, to get dominated by her. So, but that percentage, I'm always going back to numbers. Statistically, it's a small amount of guys. So most of us guys thinking like us, ill.
Yeah, we're not fucking with.
She's talented.
I'm gonna be real,
but like, just like how she takes.
But we can separate the talent.
Takes care of herself.
We can separate the talent from the way she carries herself, perceives herself, or projects herself to the world. It's like no high value guy. Let me ask y'all this, ladies. Let me ask both of y'all this. Show me the guy that's super successful in his own right, because success is relative. You show me the guy that's successful, in shape, on top of his health, has a good mentality as far as positive energy, positive. Show me the fucking guy who is with a Lizzo type girl and is taking her serious.
Exactly.
And it's taking her serious.
Exactly.
And it's taking her serious. Show. Where's that example? I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see it.
It don't happen.
Hey, this is not a good topic to talk about. I'm done talking about people's weight. Thank you.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's
an open-ended question.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
People are beautiful, but
there's someone for everyone.
There's someone,
but then you should know your place.
But
I say, I was just
at the same time, you go like segueing. You've got like heavier set dudes who have model wives. It could go anywhere. It could go any direction.
But then that's why for guys, looks is everything. I understand why it's a tough conversation, because I understand why it's an uncomfortable conversation, because like women mostly are defined by their beauty. So whenever a woman does have to deal with those insecurities of like stuff like weight and everything, it's gonna be overwhelming
by their beauty, simply because society has put out that women are defined by their beauty. You are beautiful based off of how you treat people, and it doesn't matter what you look like or what job title you have. It's about how you treat people, your character, how you handle situations. You could be a beautiful fucking model and wow, look at me, but you're a bitch, or you're ugly inside, or you're stabbing people in the back, or you're lying to people, whatever. So you don't have, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if those guys are CEOs and they've got a model wife, or they got a Lizzo in their truck or whatever. Like it's all about how you treat people. That is more valuable than what you look like.
So why is it that the successful CEO that guy, that man could be out of shape, could be big, could be whatever. Why is that guy still always getting
why?
Opposite of Lizzo?
Because people, something like, for instance, myself, something that is attractive in the opposite sex is not what you look like, it's your discipline. It's how you carry yourself. You could be a CEO and be a heavier set dude. You could not take care of yourself or whatever. But if you've got discipline with your business, if you're a kind, whatever, there are women who have been treated terrible and they just want someone to be nice. Take, for instance, Jelly Roll and Bunny. Right?
Bunny. That's a good example.
Jelly Roll, he wasn't always a big guy. He was, smaller than what he is now. But he's got Bunny, and Bunny's been through a whole bunch of shit. But she loves him for him.
But see,
literally where I'm at right now.
But see, Jelly Roll isn't acting a fool in society like a Lizzo.
Agreed. I mean, it's about down to your character, but just like no one's after Lizzo right now, so that's just because
that's not how they want to try and project it. They're trying to make it seem like she got, this the hottest new thing on them, like the way they advertise.
It's because what it is that they're promoting it like it's a good thing,
right? And you know what's the fucked up thing about it? It really hurts Lizzo more than anything because like reality is knocking at her door all the time. That's why she puts out these videos, her crying on video and putting it out on social media. Oh, like I don't give a fuck what anybody says. But it's like, girl, darling, listen.
If you're making videos like that, you care.
If you're courtside Lakers, which you're having an outfit where your ass is out, like courtside Lakers, and you're twerking, you're just looking like a fool. You're asking for it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna have all sorts of dudes.
Some couth, Lizzo.
There you go.
Listen, I fucks with BBWs that like are curvy. They have a certain decorum about them, or they're trying to elevate themselves, make themselves high value.
You can be a bigger woman and still be beautiful.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
There's trashy, and then there's different levels.
And to based on my life experience up to this point, the more attractive BBW women are usually the ones that are working on themselves or like trying to make themselves better.
That's just more attractive women in general.
Women in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, women in general.
I noticed from this conversation how much different men and women think. Just by how me and my cousin have been looking at it, and how y'all have looked at it, and how we responded to this conversation about Lizzo and everything. And we're like so asymmetrical, and like we're like y'all are in the more caring.
That's because we're women.
Y'all are more caring for. Y'all are more emotional. We're more logical.
Exactly.
First of all, I am more logical, so don't even.
Yeah, Dami.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Y'all can start calling me Dami.
Hold on. Yeah. But I think. But see, I might get a little deep with you right now.
Hell yeah.
On you specifically.
I'm down for it.
Okay. But I think the reason why you're like that, you're what did you say? You were more
logical.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a defense mechanism that was built based on your past experiences. You've learned how to harness that logic and lead with that instead of like going with your natural instinctive intuition, which would be the emotional like.
First of all, do I need to write you $100 for my session right now?
I'm just saying. You're on the couch.
Yeah, I'm on the couch. Let me take it.
Because I'm just saying, like, because you just said it yourself like 30 seconds ago. You guys are emotional, like
women are. Yeah, there are some.
I'm saying women lead with it. There's nothing wrong with being emotional, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with being an emotional person.
Yeah. Well, it's a good balance.
You need to know when to hold that and know when to fold it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Same thing with logic.
Right. Yes.
Same thing with logic.
I struggle with that.
Yeah,
I do too.
It's hard for me, like that emotional side of me is hard to get out.
Yeah, it's there. Same with me at times. Like I'm very like detached a lot of the times. Mm-hmm. But over time, being 37 right now, I've learned how to exude a little bit more balance. See, we're going back to the balance thing, right? So I've learned how to exude a little bit more balance, which has helped me not only move forward from past negativity that I've experienced, but it's also helped me like be more solid moving forward with anybody else or that I come across, new or old. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So,
but yeah, you're not wrong as far as like it is something I have developed as just life experiences just to become that logical.
But I think the way it is with you, I think it's it's turned into like a shield almost.
Like armor?
Yeah,
like a shield. Like the logic is like, all right, look, I really want to be emotional, but boom, here's my shield.
Everybody does have that shield though. Like
yeah,
okay, there you go.
It always comes back to the BBC.
That's what it is though. Like, I mean, I try to lead with logic, like, because there are way too many people who are emotional. People, especially like social media or just in society, right? That everyone is like leading with emotion. Like you got all these fucking
exactly.
You got all these people fucking offended by everything. It's like logically, this is what is right and what's wrong. Like you're reaching. All these people are fucking reaching for all.
Someone wipe this woman up, man.
So
before I do,
hey.
So. Like that's the thing is you've got all these people who are emotional and you can't be. There are times when emotions, it's okay to lead by emotion, but there are other times when it's like, hey, this doesn't make any fucking sense. This needs to be this way.
This is true, and it goes back to balance. So you got to execute more balance into the equation because life is about balance, right?
Yeah.
Too much of anything, you can have too much oxygen now to kill you, even though it's essential for us to live. Same thing with water. Same thing like. These things that are essential can kill us.
Correct.
If we get too much of it.
Too much of anything could be a downfall.
Right. So,
or like carrots. Too many carrots.
Yeah. Too much sun can kill you. You end up getting skin cancer, and then there it is. You know what I'm saying?
I love the sun.
I love it too. It's the most healthiest. It's the most healthiest thing you can get. But
I said the carrots because you know why I said the carrots? Because there's a story. So when I was in high school.
Wait, we talking about carrots? I'm
telling you, it's just my work.
Yeah, I know. I love it. Go ahead.
You're talking about too many things about like carrots. You hate carrots? No.
Tangent on to the carrots.
So what's up with carrots?
Somebody knows on this carrot story.
So I don't know who you had in math in ninth grade.
Say the name.
Miss Trimmer.
I remember Miss Trimmer, but I had Coach King.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had Miss Trimmer, and Miss Trimmer talked about, she was saying that she was on this diet, right? And Miss Trimmer, if you're out there, what up?
What up, dog?
So she was like telling us a story one time, and she was like, one time I was on this diet, so I was trying to eat all these carrots all the time. But she was eating too many carrots, and her skin started to turn orange.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so she had to stop eating carrots. So I was just thinking about too many carrots.
That's real?
Yeah. Like her skin, like, I don't know what too many, like the vitamins.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, something was going on. I don't know if it's real, but, she used to live in Las Vegas, so look her up. I don't know what's going on. Ask her. That was the story she told us. I believed it, but I'm gullible.
You got a voice for the podcast. I hear you talking.
She definitely got the personality to be on some podcast for sure.
Yeah, you're natural with the shit.
Oh yeah, she's like the calm, cool, collected. Like, what did you say the last time? The phone operator.
Yeah, exactly.
Phone sex operator voice.
Go ahead and take your pants off, Mister.
I'm a licensed massage therapist. Can we hold the sex worker jokes, please?
Oh, my bad. All right, no sex worker, but she definitely got a very lovely, sultry type of voice.
I have a very relaxing voice because my job is to relax.
She's a massage therapist.
Yeah.
I see why. I get it. I see why.
You want massage? You want massage on your neck or your no?
Sorry, that was
You want pork bun? You want one? I don't know. But yeah.
Oh man, I was about to make a joke, but
no happy ending here,
man. Because I'm just gonna say the joke. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna joke. So I was, it's hot as fuck outside. I'm sweating. I came back inside from getting the car. I'm like, we have a Chinese advisor. So I was like, I'm sweating like a dog at Jason's house.
Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. Oh shit.
I said it to my fellow coworkers. They looked at me like,
what in the actual? No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. That's.
Oh man, I had to. I'm sorry. No, it's just because like he be annoying too. So I'm like, I just pick on him sometimes because he be picking on me sometimes. I gotta give you that, get back.
So let me ask y'all this. We're gonna change gears, switch gears. All right. As you have gotten older, I'm directing it to you, and anybody can chime in. As you've gotten older, has your type, I guess, evolved into a more like open? Because I know as when we're young, all of us, men, women, we tend to have like more of a tunnel vision of like, we only go for this, what we think we like, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So as you've gotten older and you've been through experiences, you've been through relationships with different types of people, different personalities, are you more like open to like, all right, look, I'm just gonna work on myself, work on my career, work on my inner self, work on anything that involves me, and then that type will come to me and I'll just rock with that. Is that your mentality now? Or are you still like...
I feel like you just answered a question.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision. No, I am pretty much like that. It's hard because...
Do you think you like the same type of dude?
No.
Now that you like
No,
him?
I like a different type of dude than I liked back in like high school and stuff.
Sure,
it's a lot different. Because back then I don't know. It was.
How would you compare the two?
I was more open, I guess, about the different types of guys I liked.
Then.
Yeah, back then. It was kind of up and down, whichever way.
Because you're on that discovery.
Right.
You know, she likes a man.
Right, exactly.
Like that means a man that a male that gets shit done.
Right.
Yes, exactly. So like now, as far as like my life, you know, a lot of people like that guy, that Chad guy, like, are you single yet? Right? Like I get asked a lot. I get fucking asked a lot. Like, why aren't you dating? And like, you're so beautiful. Why aren't you have someone or whatever?
She's picky.
Well, I'm not just picky, but like I'm fucking busy, right? So I need, like, I am just like what you said. Like I'm on a tunnel vision as far as like trying to just work on the things I need to work on to be a better person. There was a few years back where I was like on this like spiral going out of control, and I'm slowly trying to climb myself back out of this hole of where I was mentally back then versus where I am now. Like I am knocking goals down like one by one.
Yeah, you seem very much more clear sighted with like you know how to put things in the crosshairs better. Like
yeah, exactly. There are things that are more important than other things, and there are some times where I falter. You know, I'm a human, and I do falter sometimes on my path back up. But I have a vision for what I want. Plus, you know, like I've got daughters, and I'm tired of like, you know, I want them to have someone they're proud of. And my girls, they do tell me, you know, they compliment me and tell me like things, how proud they are of me, and it is a huge like just heart melting thing.
You're setting an example,
right? But
what kind of woman you want them to be?
Exactly. But it's like a big deal, like knowing that when my girls were younger, I was down this bad path, and knowing kind of how I've pulled myself out of it. It's been a whirlwind, kind of just watching them, how they have reacted as well. And
would you say 2 degrees though as well that driven and business oriented and time consumption has hindered your options of guys? Because a lot of guys want that woman to give them that attention and devote and like, you know, support their path to success and like their passions and like, you know,
but you know,
play more of a submissive role.
It has affected my relationships with that I could have had or anything like that. However, I feel like whatever is meant to be is going to happen. So at that time in my life, I was going through it, and if they were in my life and they were right for my life at that time for me to learn from whatever experiences I needed. But as I'm older now, or as, you know, I've had these different things happen, I just feel like, you know, whatever is meant to come into my life will happen. And I'm not going to force anything. I'm not going to settle for anything because I don't need to do that. I am happy with who I am as a person, and I don't need anyone else to add to that. Like I want to add to someone else's life. I don't need them to make me happy.
Amen.
Right. So you want to be an asset now, not a liability.
Exactly. And and the same thing vice versa. Like that's what I want in my partner. I don't want someone to come to me. I don't like people who are like attached to people. Everyone.
That they need you.
Yeah. Like I don't want to. I don't want. There's a lot of social media. Like people are trying. Like forcing relationships because they want to post about it.
I know.
Shit. I do not want to be in a relationship to post about it.
If you value your relationship, do not post it on social media.
Yeah, exactly.
People do not like to see you.
Well, people are like, people look at relationships like they look at getting a fucking new car. Oh, look at my new car. Look at my new car. And it's like, no, like, don't show it.
Just to delete the pictures anyway.
Yeah, just to get in the fight in a month and delete it after that. And it's like, there's only a couple of dudes who I have been, not with my daughter's dad, my ex-husband, I haven't been with him since 2012. And
what type of, I didn't mean to cut you, but what type of guy was he?
Oh, wow. So he is completely
the opposite of what you feel like.
The complete opposite of anything I had prior to him, and he's the complete opposite of anything that I'm looking for now. Although he has some influence of what I'm looking for.
So
now.
How did he slip through the cracks?
So, oh God,
that's a great question. Look at the Virgo asking the Virgo what the Virgo needs to fucking ask. You know what I'm saying?
It's telepathy. Is it telepathy? Telepathy. Yeah. There you go. Speech
so first of all, my ex-husband / father of my kids, I love him. Like, he is a huge part of my life now. I've known him since I was 17 years old. I actually met him end of the summer, junior year, going into my senior year.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I was like, most people knew that I was like dating someone my senior year, because I didn't even go to my senior prom because of like we were dating.
Okay.
So he is like the type of person he is.
How old was he?
He's only like a year older than I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was actually really attracted. I mean, he was a very attractive person, still is, but at that time he was kind of like, oh my God, describing him. He was tall, skinny white boy. Like, he wore board shorts and like muscle white beaters shirts, and he had long hair, and like he was just out like
Stan.
Was he like a surfer type dude?
He was, yeah. So he was a
beach
wakeboarder.
Guy?
Yeah, he was a wakeboarder.
Wakeboarder.
So he was a wakeboarder, but also like homeboy thought he was like more Mexican than I am. Okay, so he's like a white boy.
I was about to bust the white boy.
Came off fucking like an essence.
I'm about to get.
But he was like a white boy wakeboarder who hung out with a bunch of Mexicans, and he thought he was more Mexican than I was.
Listen to Sublime.
Yeah, listen to all kinds of. No, he listened to Chopped and Screwed. He was a gangster.
Oh shit!
Word up,
white chocolate,
white boy. You my brother.
He was very
that's white chocolate right there.
He's
Okay.
very intelligent. Even now, like I was attracted to his mindset. Like that's always what I've said. I made a post about it the other day. I was like sapiosexual. Like, I am attracted to people. I was
gonna say that's
intelligent.
I am attracted, but I also want manly men. Like I like people who can mentally challenge me. I'm very opinionated.
Right.
I am illogical. Right.
Yeah,
so like I need someone who stimulates my brain.
Okay. And you know what's crazy? Like what was I about to say?
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, okay. Y'all's when you're saying, yeah, I agree with the sapiosexual thing. See, now the standards that you two have for men, those are realistic. You know what I'm saying? Now there's women out there that have these unrealistic, like, I need
You're delusional.
I need these delusional standards, requirements. You know what I'm saying? That
he must be this tall.
You gotta have some requirements.
Like that much, and
I mean, yeah, you gotta have some requirements, but like what he's basically going down on the list, like they gotta be like 6'3", 6'4", they gotta have 6 figures, they gotta have
at
like
least 6 inches.
But here's the thing. Oh God. Here's the thing. Everyone is allowed to have preferences, right? So let's just like women like all these certain type of things, but men are the same way. Like, some men like girls who have bigger boobs. Some men like will never date a female who has short hair. Right? They're like, I like my women to have long hair. It's the same thing. Like, I want a guy who has facial hair. Like, like you're allowed to have preferences. Okay. And I hate it when people are like, oh, you've got a type. Like, who cares if they have a type?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with the preferences. Everybody
I do like big booties.
But
I ain't got no type.
Bitch, that's my type.
All color big booties.
I don't think anybody on this panel wants someone that's like the opposite of a sapiosexual, like, or the opposite of what a sapiosexual would be attracted to, which is a crash dummy or a dumbass. I don't think any of us want that, right?
No, well, there are girls want bad boys all the time, and they're kind of dumbasses, don't you?
Seriously.
I mean,
I was younger. That's all I was like.
There's someone for everyone, right? It goes back to that. So there are people who...
You talking about the dusty ass niggas? They want dusty ass.
But there are some, no, because there are some people who
we despise those guys.
somewhat intellectual, and they pick, like, it could be a guy, right, and he's, like, very successful, or, you know, has a good business or whatever, he has a good job, whatever.
Right.
He could like the, no offense to any blondes, but he could like the dumb blonde, right?
Bimbo.
He could like the bimbo because he likes the image. So
or the control, because she's a dumb bimbo.
Exactly, or he could like the control, or he could like a very younger girl because he can kind of control and
manipulate.
Her mind.
This is the thing, man. Because that's one of those things that I be like listening to whenever they like age gaps and they like that girl, they like that old man dating the younger girl is just dating her to control her or manipulate.
Not always. Sometimes he likes her fun heart.
Or maybe he wants to have kids.
Or maybe he wants fun in the bedroom. And old Karen is heavier set, not fun in the bedroom.
And he doesn't want someone that's always constantly arguing. And
he wants someone that's going to have more of a potential to follow the lead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like I said, there's someone for everyone. Women are allowed to have preferences, men are allowed to have preferences, whatever. Who cares if you have a list? Some people's lists are unrealistic, but that's their problem.
But see, here's the problem though, on top of that problem. Like in today's era, social media era, a lot of that gets projected and put in our faces more than it should. Like, and that's because I'm active on the internet, you know, I'm doing everything, like a little bit, you know, music, like I'm out there, like I'm on social media all the time.
Same.
And these social media hoes, like, and this be in your face. It be in your face.
Man, I just be seeing it on my, like, seeing, like, you can see the thumbnails, the stories.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like,
you're just scrolling through reels. You're gonna see some.
You're friends with these people on social media.
I'm not even friends with a lot of these people. But if you go through the reels or the stories,
that's what
you'll come across people's random shit. And then you see
they're looking at your search history, bro. That's why.
Or they're listening to us, huh?
They're listening to you.
Yeah, because I'll be wondering why my discover, like my search, whenever I go on IG, I go search, all I see is baddies with fat asses. I'm like, why? Is it all baddies with fat asses? They hear me talking about fat asses. I like fat asses.
I really like that. Like I don't have like a, what is it called? TikTok. I don't have a TikTok, right?
Me neither.
But in my Instagram, I'm not really like someone who scrolls reels. I don't have time for that. But if you go to like my discovery thing, like you see the type of things that I don't post on Instagram that much. I just share a bunch of little stories on the little thing. And I post like animals and like nature and stuff like that. Like I share a lot of like wisdom words, animals, and nature.
What a complete opposite of your BBC type energy.
Right, exactly.
But go ahead.
Completely opposite of like
the nature holistic fucking
internet man.
Yeah, but I'm like, you all got your whole, like the things that you're into, right? And like my stuff doesn't show me like the type of nonsense that you're talking about, which I love. But that's why I don't have a TikTok, because like my daughters, I'll watch them and I'm like, God, how can you sit there and just scroll other people's videos like that? That is like
those Gen Z, they just be on there just going through.
I ain't gonna lie. Like
TikTok.
There was a moment like on my Instagram, especially, where I was like following a lot of like random females, and it got to a point where it started to get hypersexualized, like too sexualized. Like I was like, nah, because I'm using this for like mainly business purposes, like to get my music out there. So then I had to start following, like I had to start like going towards more music, right?
Yeah.
So I had to start doing that. But since I decided initially to follow these females from a while ago,
they're all following.
That algorithm is permanently in my shit. So no matter if even if I try and avoid it, I could literally go on my whole list and delete everything. But since it was already put into the algorithm of social media, of Instagram or whatever, they're always going to bring it back. They're always going to fucking bring it back.
Funny story. I did the exact opposite. Whenever I made my Instagram, I was like, this is going to be for art. And whenever I created it, I don't follow like anybody on Instagram. I've maybe follow like 50 to 100 people.
Yeah.
But I keep it so clean. Everything I post on Instagram is like either a picture of something I made, or it's all things that I created. And I did the exact opposite and made it very clean. And then I made sure of it.
Wow.
So.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I did early on, like Junyanii. I follow a couple of baddies.
Right.
And I was like their photos and all that. But I haven't done that in years, but I still get those same type of thirst traps.
I'm telling you. I don't know.
While my DMs are still dry.
Right.
Yeah.
Unlike y'all.
I know. Unlike y'all, the fellas over here, we got some dry ass. I'll have a Sarah messaging me for years.
Replying to conversation. Because I'm a nice person. I don't want to be like rude to people.
Well, shout out to you. At least you reply, man. There's a lot that be left.
I mean, sometimes it takes me days to reply, but at least I reply.
See, that's why I already knew not to DM chicks. Because like I know that if I don't already meet them in person, I know they're not gonna ever look at me.
Because what are the chances, right? Because they got so many other guys.
Unless they see like a blue check, which don't even mean as much as it used to.
Blue check don't mean shit.
Yeah, it used to.
You could pay for it now.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't know. Just if you're gonna like be weird and creep in somebody's DMs, like have something good to say. Like
yes,
come with a fucking joke.
Are you single yet?
Are you single? Are you single yet?
No.
Or are you?
That might have been one of the worst lines. That's not a line. That's just a dumb thing to say.
Yeah, right.
Have you eaten today? Like something. Just have a question.
I don't know.
Yeah. I be hitting girls with that. Oh, you dropped something. What? You're small. You know. In person, I be hitting them with that. And then, you know, if they got small.
I would reply to you and just be like, "Oh, you're corny. That's cute."
Oh, I got a lot more, sweetheart. You know,
I'd be like, okay, here's my business card.
Thanks.
Like, I don't know.
So, do you know a lot of female friends, or females that you connect with or know? Do you know a lot of them that have like picky standards as far as like racial standards? Like they only go for white boys, they only go for black.
I don't know a lot of them, but I know some.
Okay.
I have a friend that she likes Spanish dudes. She's a white girl. She likes Spanish dudes.
Right. And is this preference based?
Yeah, it's preference.
Yeah. Or is it like
no? Because I think her ex-husband is like I think he was a white guy.
Okay.
So there's just there's preference for everything, and people's preference changes. Like so that's like. Right. Maybe I used to like seafood, but now I don't like seafood anymore.
You don't like it anymore. I ate Chipotle yesterday, and I don't feel like eating it. Yeah.
So it could be. I mean, people's stuff changes.
Well, why in like the general public? Why do girls tend to not like to admit that they prefer a certain race? Like because like guys will just say it. We don't have no shame.
Because they don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
It always comes back to the feelings. Emotionally driven shit.
Yeah.
But see, whose feelings are you catering to? The beta male or the alpha male that doesn't give a fuck?
Whichever. Beta male. I don't know.
Because
you want to hear something?
An alpha male won't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. You can tell me.
I've got something, a story.
I'm Sigma, but I'm indifferent.
One time I went to, it was my friend's bachelorette party, okay? We went to Galveston.
Okay.
And we're out there having a great time. We're bar hopping, whatever. We end up at this gay bar, okay?
Okay.
And there's straight people there, whatever.
Yeah, there's straight people.
Yeah, this Spanish dude, he asked me to dance. Now, there are some Spanish guys I have been into.
Okay.
Even as an adult and as I was younger.
Sure, right.
But there's a certain, I need a certain, type of personality, whatever.
Certain vibe.
Right. But most of the time, I don't typically date a Spanish guy, okay? So this Hispanic guy asked me to dance. They're playing Spanish music. I was like, hell yeah, let's dance, whatever. Mm-hmm. So we started dancing, and then he's trying to basically ask me out, hit on me or whatever. And I told him, I was like, look, at that time in my life, I was like, I don't date Spanish guys. And he was like, he got offended. He was like, oh, you're racist. And I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, that happens to black guys a lot by black women.
How are you racist towards your own
race?
I
told him, I was like, do you see the color of
your own
I'm brown.
Right.
Guys.
Yeah. It's it's just a preference. Sure, right. It's just like hair color, just like a beard, no beard, just like boobs, flat boobs, whatever, big butts, whatever, small butt, tall women, short women, whatever. Some guys like tall women. Some guys like super short women.
Yeah, I was going to say to Joy, so you like your polar opposite, huh?
Mostly. I mean, you have to have intelligence. Seriously, one of the first conversations.
I feel like that's big with both.
You gotta be competent.
They like someone that's intellectual.
Exactly. They like you said, challenge.
Yeah, mentally challenged.
Yeah.
But I just don't vibe out with Caucasian folks.
So your
interests are kind of different. I don't know.
I was gonna say though, but your son,
So my son is actually half Mexican and half white. He just is super blonde hair, blue eyed.
Yeah.
I mean, Hispanic.
He takes a lot more of your traits.
Blue eyes.
I mean, Hispanic people.
You have
Hispanic people. Genetically speaking, there's white Hispanics, there's black Hispanics. I mean, depending on what part of the world you go to.
Yeah, exactly. There's all kinds.
Yeah, they have a wide range of tones.
Like I said, like the girl's dad, like. He thinks he's Mexican, but homeboy is white.
Right.
So
he's
his
white.
family is Caucasian.
Right.
They're from Arkansas. They got blonde hair, blue eyes.
I bet you one of them is racist in that family because they white.
No, actually, none of them are. Thank you. I got to meet the whole family.
Sure.
I got to meet the whole family.
Okay, hold on. If they're not, I guarantee you they will not trade places with a black man for 30 days.
You should live in like the 1930s.
What's up?
They will not. I'm telling you, because the shit that we got to go through.
I would say there's a level of like prejudice or like what media portrays black people as that I see even at work.
Think about how many BMW angles we get. You know what I'm saying, from media. Like, we always have the strongest stereotypes. Yeah. We have the fucking, one of the most racist words that should not exist. Short-tempered. That is labeled. Like, we get all this shit.
Emotionally erratic.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's going to want to switch places with us and have to deal with that heat. That day-to-day life living. Nah, bro. They won't. They won't do it. I guarantee it. They won't. Because it's not about the physicality of it or, like, you'll literally be physically harmed. It's about the mental of it. Yeah. Like, the mental, you got to wake up. You can see like body language of other people. And mental, you're in their presence. Like, right. Mental to me is more harmful than physical.
I feel
I would say I became numb to it though.
First of all, I feel like the only reason that some people react a certain way is because of the stigma that the media or society has put
out. It does come back to society and the media.
Because, like, black people are fucking great. I love black people. You know, like that's my thing. Like
fucking people.
I love y'all, right? But at the same time, you know, I'm not gonna be afraid if a black guy walks up behind me at the grocery store. I'm gonna be like, "What's up?" Like, you know, like, what's
He said a story like 3 episodes ago how this woman, when white ladies see him or white people see him, they clutch their purse a little bit. Like, he sees this shit. It's like, dude, like.
But you know what? People are like that towards like bikers. Like, they're not.
Point.
It's not how you present yourself, you know. Maybe.
Okay, this man is in his work uniform.
Yeah, exactly.
At BMW,
I have a name badge on.
Name badge on and everything. I'm ready to still clutch her shit.
Again, that falls back to how she grew up, right?
Right.
Yes.
It's not about him.
Now we're peeling the layers.
It goes down to, hey, her family trained her a certain way,
and you're right.
And maybe wherever she lives,
So that's generational.
Instilled in her, and
it could be a system, or systematically instilled to her, based on media, like you said,
right?
Based on her environment that she grew up in.
Yeah, her parents. Like, who knows where her parents grew up at? Like, for instance, you know, like I said, my ex, his family is from Arkansas, right? Here's an example. His mom, she grew up in Arkansas. She is blonde hair, fair skin, bright blue eyes, right? And when they moved to, I forgot where it was. I want to say it was like Dallas or Colorado or something after they got married, my ex-father-in-law and my mother-in-law. And she said that one day, a little black boy knocked on the door or something like that, and he was trying to sell something. And that it was the first time she had ever seen a black boy, and it was the first time he was like, "Oh, your eyes are so blue." Like, it was the first time he had seen someone.
Damn, that was a moment for both of them.
Yeah, so he was like, "Oh, this was like the first time I'd ever seen, you know, growing up." So again, you never know people's background. So for him, maybe, and not saying you did, but maybe like he might have been offended that she grabbed her purse, but at the same time, who knows where that lady came from? Like, right, she could have come from, you know, Arkansas or wherever.
Or because I feel like fear is something that's taught, right?
Yeah, correct.
You never know.
So if you're clutching your purse, like, you obviously
never know what she's gone through.
Yeah,
you're obviously right. So fear.
Yeah, we can only speculate.
Yeah. So there's a video out there, like, and you could probably look this up.
The one recently with the guy beat up the guy with the purse.
No. Okay. I don't know about that one. You have to explain that one. But no, there's a video out there. This is like a viral video. It's a black kid. and a white kid, they see each other like on the street.
Oh, they're running. Yeah, they're running.
Like
I put down my
infant child.
Yeah,
they like running, waddle into each other, and then they hug each other. Yeah. But see, it goes back to my bigger point. It goes back to my point. That fear, that racism, that prejudice shit is taught. It's systematic.
Yeah.
Like it's like instilled.
For
like
sure. I'm not disagreeing.
Into like certain people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because certain
and usually it's black people are prejudiced. Everybody's got a little prejudice in there. But what makes it racist is when you are in the position or the ability to affect someone's life, daily life, right? So like a cop killing an unarmed black person and that cop only getting a slap on the wrist or not getting punished at all, that is racism. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
you said that the dude was armed though.
I said unarmed. Unarmed.
Yeah.
Like, cause that's racist. So you can't
because he's scared.
Right. There's no black cops. There are no black cops doing the opposite. And if they did do the opposite, you don't hear from them. They either got put in jail, thrown under, or you know what I'm saying. That's all racism. That's all.
I mean, but racism, like there's racism towards other. It's taught, but there's racism towards different ethnicities. There's racism towards religions, prejudice.
There's prejudice. Racism is power.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Right? Racism.
So there's different prejudice, but people could still try to throw it under the same thing.
You're right.
So
and that's where people got to get their definition straight.
Right, exactly.
Right? And this is why wisdom talk exists for stuff like that. So wisdom talk, racism, and prejudice are two different things.
You're right, absolutely.
Like Jordan could sit here and call me whatever prejudice, but she ain't gonna affect.
Don't put that on me.
I'm just it's an example.
We stop talking about racism and prejudices.
I love Jordan.
It does not exist in our lives. You don't allow it to exist in your life. It doesn't.
I can sit here and call you whatever his prejudice, his ethnic,
we don't
derogatory, and vice versa, right?
Yeah.
But I love Crystal, I love Jordan. I love you guys, right? But we're not gonna affect each other when we leave here. It's not gonna affect us, right?
Yeah.
But racism is when I have that stigma to you, and I can also put a pen to it and be like, all right, since I don't like you because you're Hispanic, I'm gonna I'm gonna throw the book at you, right? Because you're Hispanic, I don't like Hispanics, and I have the power to do it. Right.
So while talking about racism, I want to segue to something that also has like similar type of gripes and like talking about oppressions and type of thing. Is feminism. So,
talk to me about
how do you feel about that? Exactly.
Let's go.
You want to go on that? Okay, let's go.
Exactly. Let's go. What's your thoughts on feminism?
I think sometimes it's ridiculous. Like,
thank you. Oh my God.
Shave your fucking armpit. First of all, put your shirt on. Like, you're in the streets. Like, the freaking protests are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. I don't fucking know.
Speaking of armpits, I went to New Orleans not too long ago.
What a taste. You smell the onion. Speaking of armpits, you smell the
Bourbon Street stinks. That's pretty much what you said. I was in New Orleans,
There was like a bachelorette party where like all these girls were like, with the little wigs and shit.
Oh, was that a bachelorette?
Yeah, and there was this girl wearing this like tank top thing, and like her armpits, like the hair was just like coming out, and I almost threw up.
Oh shit!
I was like, oh. Stop it.
Yo, my hair was coming out with her arms closed.
Like, I know this girl did not come out here with a tank top on.
My shit not even that.
Like,
you're killing me.
Like, what is happening? It was just, and that falls back into society, right? Like, here's the thing. It falls back into we, as society, have been brainwashed into thinking that females
we need more women like y'all, man.
To be, they're supposed to be feminine. Not supposed to have hair coming out of
their
bed.
Sure.
And so I judged her naturally, right? Because I was raised in society.
Now, hold on. That's not ladylike. Now, hold on. If it was me, I wouldn't judge off the rip. But if there was an onion patch smell going on, then I'd be like, "Hey, man, come on, bro. This is toxic.
I wasn't like judging like that.
Now we're all being tortured because you want to come here and be like." You have your arm, you know what I mean? You can have your hair out, cool.
Anybody, it doesn't matter.
It could be anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
But when that starts to affect our personal space,
it wasn't affecting me. Okay. It was just like it was just
visually unpleasant.
I was like, let me just look the other way, and that's what I did. I just looked the other way. But initially, I was like, what the fuck? Like, girl, let me help you out a little bit.
I know that got some Chewbacca legs. She got the Chewbacca legs. Them hoes.
She's like, all right, I'm shaving. She's like,
no one's shaving.
Buy my razor, she said.
But besides the materialistic side of feminism, what do you feel about the movement itself, like the idea of it, like the mental part of it? Like,
thank you.
The whole independent woman, like I don't need no fucking man to like help me out.
I can open the door by myself.
Man shaming.
Right, yeah. I don't need the door. I can open this by myself. Fuck it. Like I don't.
So I went on a date recently.
Oh shit, let's get it. Let's get it.
The guy, I went to reach for the door handle, and he was like, no. He's like, you'll never have to open a door.
Okay.
You know, and I loved that. I thought that was great. There are things.
Showmanship.
Yes, exactly. Gentlemen. Like, be a gentleman, open the door. Like, feminism on that level is great. There are.
I agree.
There are, like, you know, you want chivalry, right?
Chivalry, right.
So you want someone to take care of you and stuff like that.
Let me say,
wait, hold on. I had an issue with it only because it wasn't my issue, but I felt like it's a natural thing for me. I've always opened my own door, right? Because if I'm by myself all the time.
Right.
So it wasn't an issue for me. It was an issue internally because I was like, oh shit, like I have to be a girl in this moment. Because I am a very dominant person. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, like, let me not reach for the door. Let me let him get it. And it was like, let me just put myself back in check. Like, whoops, my bad. You're right, I'm a girl. I forgot to be a girl sometimes.
See, you just so used to that routine of like, I got this.
But I want to be feminine in some aspects, specifically relationship.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. It's just certain things I heard. It's like, would you say you're conditionally feminine? Because you're not like always feminine. I mean, like as far as like the trace of femininity, like
no. Because, I don't know. Maybe because my mom was pretty feminine. My mom is very feminine.
So that's where you get.
But I have 2 older brothers, and I have a shit ton of guy cousins, and my brothers where we grew up. They have all of their guy friends.
You have only brothers?
I only have brothers.
Me too. You just like all boy cut.
That's why y'all
are always around.
That's why y'all have such type of base values and
right. So the guys were always around. So like it was natural for me to just pick up little mannerisms from the guys because that was what I was always around.
So it's like a light switch, just on and off. You know how to. It's controlled. It's tamed. Exactly. It's not like
I can be feminine.
Yeah.
But I am masculine sometimes, but I am a female at the end of the day. Like that's like, I was a tomboy growing up, right? Mm-hmm. Like you've got this whole, and I don't want to get into it, but you've got this like society, right? Where they're like females trying to be dudes and stuff like that. Like you could just
Transformers.
You could just be a tomboy. Like I was a tomboy. Like before y'all got here, I was sitting around like this, like my legs out, just hanging out. Like I wasn't sitting like with my,
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on.
I would have on TV.
Yeah, super dude like
not just that, because you got in the presence of some alphas. I
consider myself more Sigma though. I always say, hey, I'm more Sigma.
I'm just saying though.
He's alpha. I'm more Sigma. I'm more like indifferent.
Half and half,
Yeah, I'm split.
No, but again, like I turned it on, right? Because I knew people were gonna be watching. I didn't want to present myself as a dude.
Right, we could chalk it up to that. That's fine.
All right.
Not the alpha energy.
Because like when you're talking about the chivalry thing too, they also because there's a saying someone said recently is that chivalry is dead and feminism killed it.
Yep.
And
y'all agree with that?
I agree.
Yeah, it fucks it up for y'all.
Walking around here.
Yeah, it fucks it up for y'all good women because like what men do is adapt. So when they see how women are carrying themselves, the majority of these women, how they are like anti-man and they're like, I want a man to be emotionally intelligent and all this other stuff, emotionally vulnerable and open up to me and do this. And these guys are starting to do that. They're listening and they're adapting to do that. And by then, these guys become more feminine, softer, and weaker, and more emotionally erratic.
Is dead.
And see, and that type of dude, unfortunately, that type of dude too stands less of a chance to get a good woman too, because the deeper you go down that rabbit hole, the harder it is. Like
get out that bitch.
Like those type of dudes end up being lonely a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Which is it's
that's what I mean by a lot more deaths and prisoners. A lot of self-deletion. Yeah,
balance.
Back to
you know what I'm saying? Balance is key, man. I'm telling you, balance.
Oh my God! Speaking of, you really don't want I don't know, So this goes into.
You can't start hold on. You're talking to fragrance. She trying to say 3 things at once, going through his brain. Oh wait,
It's the right word.
I was thinking you really don't want for instance, I say I like manly men,
this
right?
Is good. Yeah,
let's go back to I don't want a feminine guy. One time I was getting into it with a man, and we were going at it, and homeboy started moaning like a girl. And I was
were y'all talking? Were y'all dating? Were y'all dating?
No, it was one of these things.
It was a situation.
Anyways, he was moaning like a girl, and I was like, I have to go.
Yo.
Oh no.
What made him moan? Were y'all just going back and forth? Y'all were just arguing?
We were doing stuff.
No, they're reading the Bible. They're reading the Bible.
Bible and
shit. See, that's the Aquarius in me. It almost went over my motherfucking head.
I got it from the rip. As soon as you signal to me.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Whoa. But so a guy can't make no noises though?
No, absolutely
not like that. I know what type of noises she's talking about. I'm sorry, I got a little loud.
It was.
Nah, bro.
Yo, she busted a fucking C note.
No, bro. I've heard
softer than mine, and mine's not very soft.
Do re mi fa so
it was super soft. Yeah,
no, man.
I'm just confused.
Holy shit.
I've heard stories
like that. Manly shit going on in the bedroom.
So you want someone to roar like a lion, fucking strong arm?
I say this. Either be quiet or talk shit or guy communicate or little girl or something too if you want that. But no. Oh my god. Whoa.
I love a good conversation. I love a good conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Conversation. I'll be like, you like that?
Yeah.
Damn, this pussy good, girl.
But
I be talking.
So wait a minute.
Obviously, I be talking.
Yeah, for sure.
So hold on. It
depends on what you say, though.
So when you got instantly turned off, did you just say you just stopped mid? It was just. Oh, that's fucked up.
Hey, hold on. What she doesn't know is what that does to guys because they're thinking that they got it.
Yo, just get up. Hold on, just get the fuck up and leave. Don't disrespect me.
But then I've heard of a girl that's done that. And I think that's equally as fucked up too because now he loses all confidence.
But you know what though? I respect it more because you're not placeboing my brain. You're not
nice terminology. It sounds to reading that.
He had no idea.
He had no idea
that I was faking. No, he didn't know.
So most guys can't tell.
Okay, so if you get turned off in the middle and you're pretending, do you dry up? What happens? Hey, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a genuine drive. Genuine drive would be all right, you didn't.
Junyanii's all in this episode.
Yeah, you weren't dehydrated or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay.
My God. I fucking cannot.
I know. J-Hall.
Okay.
J-Hall. Y'all, you see why I be making all these faces.
Holy shit.
This is quite an episode.
I mean, we grown. Listen, man. Hey, hold on. Tell me, we grown, man.
I'm not embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed.
These two,
nobody's embarrassed here. Nobody's embarrassed.
The whole time they just get chill about it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
We good, man. We grown shit.
I'm just talking about it.
Shit, I don't forget about the questions at this point.
So tell us about your vagina during your sexual experiences with this man.
Might as well turn into Howard Stern and shit. And start having sex talk.
I could be a Howard Stern voice. I'm just saying.
Oh shit!
And see, check it out. Howard Stern is one of the richest fucking radio dudes out there, and he's vulgar as fuck.
What is Howard?
Yeah, right.
Have us on.
Yeah, I know. Facts. Let's go. I'm done.
That's
Facts.
That's I need
Damn.
Yeah, you know.
So,
What's up?
do y'all believe in toxic masculinity?
Ooh, that's
I believe in toxic.
That's a good one.
Then again, it's like I got the Gemini thing going on.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I was gonna talk about
I think I like
went that way.
dude, I have the whole Gemini thing going on, and they like, they tend to do this thing where like,
Ugh.
they fuck shit up and then turn it around on you somehow, and like,
Gaslight.
Look at her. That coach. She's like, tell her, bro.
Yep.
Tell him.
royalty. I swear, gaslight royalty. The Gemini.
Yeah. I didn't do that. Oh, just kidding. You caught me. Yes, I did. I'm sorry.
But you didn't. Like, always something you did.
Much.
Yeah.
What they did.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
You can see them like kind of soaking in, like they're like reminiscing, like they're going back to that time.
Yeah.
It's just like you can hear it.
Yeah.
Like, damn. I
Damn.
Yeah, for real. Like,
the chemistry here.
Oh, God.
so toxic masculinity is
Toxic anything.
Exactly. That's why I bring up the question. I'm like, there's toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, toxic people.
Toxic people.
It's just rooted in negative
It
energy.
is
Yeah, they
wild
try
out
to-
there.
Sometimes people just get toxic when they are like paired up with, like they're toxic to each other,
Yes.
but like not to anybody else.
Yeah, because I know some
Exactly.
people, it's like, you could have one person date someone and not have that toxic relationship, but then as soon as they date someone else, like, boom, they're like feeding off of each other. And it's
Right.
like, that shit is terrible.
It's like a showdown, man.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Damn.
They date each other, but they're like rivals.
Yeah, it's weird. And then they want to stay together. It's like, no, that's not working for y'all.
Right.
You try to talk to them about it, and then they might even act like they're listening to you at the moment, and then they go, or they do that. It's here, one or the other. They act like they're listening and go right back to it, or they get offended and now you're the problem.
Yeah,
Well, you're just trying to help.
Yep.
But really, the problem is that they're Geminis.
Oh, ew. Fuck all the
Damn.
Gemini's catching heat this episode.
Gemini
God.
catching motherfucking heat.
Sorry.
My bad, Gemini. I mean, my bad.
No, it's your
Except for my brother, he's cool. He's the only Gemini in school.
Oh, brother. When's his birthday?
Yeah, I have a sister that's a
May
Gemini.
6th?
June 6th.
June 6th. Sorry, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody, I have so many people in my life that are June 6th. My best friend, my boss, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
My son's the 30th.
What is it? What is it? January, February, March, April.
You remember,
May, June. It's June 7th. I'm sorry. It's 6th.
You remember Auntie Esther?
6th.
Yeah.
Her daughter Elsie? She's a Gemini too.
Oh, okay.
Is she a crazy little thing?
Oh, she's real sweet,
Oh, okay.
actually. Well,
The girls are...
she's sweet until, don't get on the other side. But it takes a lot to go to the other side. But the other side is the darkest, one of the darkest things you can see. But I can count on one hand how many times I've seen it.
Okay.
Geminis, y'all be wilding out there.
Interesting.
Well, I'm glad I'm not a Gemini. I'm glad.
Aquarius are cool. They're just wild. Like, they'll be calm, and then all of a sudden they do some wild shit that they're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this wild shit right now.
It's just random.
Yeah, just random. You know why he's laughing?
Sporadic.
Laughing because I'm right. It's spontaneous, but it's not like
She just read you like a book. She has you all figured out.
it's like a spontaneous, like, wild thing. Like, I may go to
Wow,
type of
dang.
Yeah, we spontaneous like that.
I said that wild thing.
You ain't.
I just kind of, you feel me? Thank you.
My dad used to play that song
Wow,
on
thing. I
TikTok
know,
all
right?
the time.
I used to hear that shit as a kid. It's like embedded in my shit.
We'd be out camping and there were raccoons going after our food one time, and this fool wakes up because I'm all scared. I'm like, Dad, the raccoons are out.
And they got their human-like hands.
This fool busts out his guitar. He's like, wow, thanks,
man.
scaring away the freaking raccoon.
Your dad sounds like
He's amazing.
a one-on-one type of individual, man. He got kicked out.
Those raccoons.
Her dad got
Speaking
kicked
of
out of
raccoons.
NFL game.
Our dad's playing guitar. Meanwhile, my dad and I are out in the backyard with a machete trying to chase the raccoon down. Like,
Jesus.
But Jesse kills for real. What the fuck?
swear to God.
Jesus.
Oh, like
Well, the dog. Here's what happened.
different
We had
spectrums.
this dog, and we heard the dog like getting into it, right? So my dad and I, this is a childhood story.
Right.
Dad and I run outside.
How old were you at this time?
I have no idea. I was young. And so my dad and I run out at this time, and the raccoon's like in the tree. So my dad like gets his machete out, and he's like, mad trying to get because he scratched my dog. So then, so we're like mad, like fuck that raccoon. So then the raccoon like jumps into like the.
Was the dog a big dog?
Yeah, he's like a wolf dog.
Oh, he should have fucked that raccoon up.
Yeah, we were mad. So anyway, so the raccoon jumped into the neighbor's yard. So my dad straight up like drove around the corner, like around the block.
Damn, he was on a mission.
Raccoon. I was like, hey, Dad, get him, right? And then, like one of the neighbors yelled at him and stuff. So I was gonna say, like, it's really funny the raccoon story. Her dad's like, ding ding ding. And my dad's like, fuck that.
My dad, I mean,
was your dad born in America?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I was just saying, that's some African ass shit. I was just saying, that's some foreign shit. Yeah, you saw offended. She got you. Hold on now. I'm American. This is American ass motherfucker. Like, what you?
Texas out here.
Half Mexican sauce. Is that here? So,
gangster.
Yeah, half Mexican. Is it your dad Mexican?
I'm not majority Mexican. I just have like a little bit of Italian.
Oh, just a little bit. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, I'm a majority black. I think.
Majority
black. What the?
Yeah.
I'm majority.
I have a white. I have a white grandmother.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like biological.
Yeah, on my dad's side. Yeah, my dad's mom was white.
What do we call her? What do we call her?
Huh?
What do we call her?
What do we call her?
Yeah. What do you call her?
Nigga,
I don't know what I call her. What you mean?
You call grandma?
No, she like Nana.
Nana. All right. What's up, Nana?
Yeah, she's resting in paradise.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Nana.
Yeah, but she
what the
but my dad's dad was a black Italian from Italy. And my dad's mom is from
Sicily?
Britain. I don't think he was from Sicily. I don't think so. But he was they met each other, had my dad and like his other siblings. Then my mom is from Cameroon, Africa.
Hey. Does she speak French?
No, she speaks.
They always ask.
She speaks the I guess the dialect, because there's many different dialects in Cameroon. Mm-hmm. So she speaks the dialect that she was around. Yeah.
I want to talk to her.
All these different languages.
I love people from other countries.
And you knew that Cameroonians speak French.
So the reason I knew.
Oh yeah, how do you know that?
See, look at me.
Yeah. How do you know that?
I'm Cameroonian, like both parents. So my dad spoke French.
So the reason I knew is because I used to work at a bank, and Marie Chantal, shout out Marie. She was our supervisor, and she was from Cameroon, and she spoke French.
She sounds familiar.
Marie Chantal?
Because
she's
like Cameroonians know
each other. Woman, and she was telling me.
Chantal is that's the thing that was like.
She was telling me about her family. She was telling me about her family's housing out there, and like showing me like pictures of how like the housing was, and she was showing me this house, like how everyone's house was like all together, and all the family lived like the same.
Yeah, they live in a compound.
Yeah, compound. Exactly. Look at me, I know it.
Yeah. She's over here describing it.
I'm glad y'all knew what I was talking about. She was like describing it to me, and I was like, what? Word?
I actually went back.
You've been to Cameroon, right?
I've been, and it's not like how they tell us here. See, the bullshit ass American media be fucking.
Yeah, they got that Discovery Channel, that
Discovery Channel, there's like fucking animals roaming everywhere. It's like
make us look like we chasing lions and shit.
It's like it's a city. Like there's cities like all over the place.
Yeah, stores and everything.
It's pretty much
fast food.
So, do you speak French?
I know like the very, very basic. I speak Espanol better than French.
Merci beaucoup. Bonjour. Oui.
Can you speak Espanol?
No.
Y'all habla Espanol?
No.
I can speak a little bit of Spanish.
Y'all habla Espanol. Más o menos,
I can like broken Spanish, I guess. I can say like a couple things to make a sentence to where it works.
Okay.
But like I can't like fluently.
Have you ever had a Hispanic person walk straight up to you and be like,
all the time.
I bet you do.
All the time.
Damn. And you're looking like Ryan Garcia.
I'm like,
no Spanish.
I'll be like, I try to pick up some of the words, and if some of them talk really fast too. So like,
some of them talk fast.
I try to pick up some of the words and then like talk back. Like here's an example. I went to Puerto Rico on vacation.
Shouts to Bad Bunny on Sooner.
A few years ago, and there's a lot of like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans out there. And I had to get an Uber, right? Okay, so I get in an Uber, and I don't speak Spanish, but a little bit. And the guy is talking to me in Spanish, asking me all these goddamn questions. And I was able to have a whole conversation. He drove me like into like downtown Puerto Rico. I had a whole conversation with him in Spanish, and when I got out, I was so proud of myself. I was texting my mom, and I was like, "Oh, look at me go!" I know more than I do.
You know what that was?
That's progress.
It was that energy, like in that air, because it's like that Hispanic. It's like it connected.
Yeah. And the roots came out.
Yeah, it tapped into her subconscious. It's like, oh shit, hold up now, wait. Oh,
Yeah, I was like, it was like survival, right? I had to rely on my Spanish
fight or flight instincts
I was
came
like, I
out.
don't want him to chop me up, so let me just talk in Spanish.
Blend in.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the thought process that goes in your head in those moments?
I was just
What if he chops me up while I'm hearing this text?
just kidding.
damn, hold on, we just.
Okay, I think we just kind of took a sharp. I think we just took a sharp left.
I can read Spanish fluently.
I can read it, but not.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to
I
read.
understand all of it. I if I'm reading it on paper, I can translate all of it. If I'm hearing somebody speak it, I'm like, say it slower.
Yeah, say it slower. Exactly, say it slower.
And then when I go back to speak, because I did 5 years in school of Spanish, so it's like it was all proper. So here it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
whenever
slang.
Yeah, I got it
everybody,
from
so they look at me crazy.
playing
anyways.
soccer. I got it from playing soccer and living with Colombians for a year. So, but yeah, 5 years.
I got
in
it from
school.
I got mine from like working at Home Depot, working my current job and shit.
I got it from my mama.
I get it from my mama.
Hey.
Get it from my mama.
I worked in like Mexican restaurants and stuff, so like I picked up all the different, like the women always loved me, like the kitchen and stuff, they always loved me. They'd be cooking me food and stuff.
Señorita,
All the time. Like the guys would love me, the women loved me, and so they was making me food. But I would pick up, some of the words there, and then like my grandma, she speaks better English now, but like growing up, she wasn't. This is my dad's mom. Growing up, her English was broken, and so she would speak more Spanish, and she would talk to me in Spanish, and I'd sit there and be like, I would try to like interpret what she was talking about. So I've picked it up like through my family and like life experiences or whatever. But like I said, I can somewhat converse, but very slowly.
Okay.
Since we're talking about mamas, your heart ring, did your mom give that to you?
My mom did give this to me. I have.
How did you know that?
Because my mom gave me the same earrings.
Oh.
It's the mother's love ring.
What is happening right now, man?
All this new
My
shit.
fucking soulmate right here.
I would say, look, if Crystal didn't live so far away, she might have to be like the
We are
fourth
daddy.
member. You know what I'm saying? She might have to be the fourth to balance.
I told you that's
to balance this shit out.
Call me daddy.
Balance. We keep talking about balance.
Are we running out of time?
Oh no.
We just in here chopping it up.
They're out there waiting on us. They're like, anything now, guys.
I know, right?
It's Saturday.
Let's see. People are messaging me while we're out here.
I added you on Facebook. We also have the same middle name.
Yes. Look at us go.
This is true.
It was meant to be.
This is true.
That's everyone's
Okay.
Something like this.
It is.
Yeah.
Let me guess. It's Nicole, right?
If I hear something again,
People call me
We can
that.
go. We can go for
I
like.
respond to it.
I do too. People call me
how many
that.
more you want to say?
Mine is Nicole.
We could do for like
and I
another
speak
like.
Charlie.
Oh.
Another like 30 minutes will be good.
Okay.
30 minutes?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
bet.
But like I was saying though, like this is for the edits. Like I was saying, if Crystal didn't live so far away,
Jay Hall,
sounds
y'all.
like
Cute.
it sounds like she could be a fourth. The fourth.
Oh yeah.
I could do
You know
like
what I'm
an every
saying?
other weekend
too.
type situation.
Yeah, or she could be every other weekend. She could be a
Oh, a recurring guest.
You know how the Breakfast Club does it?
Yeah.
Like how they have a rotating
Yeah.
host? Like she could be that.
Hell yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah, every
Kind of like how Brendan Shaw with Joe Rogan.
Yes, I'm saying it's rotating. He comes in and out because he's got other things going on, but he can make it when he makes it. You know.
Yeah.
Let us
Because you're a natural on this shit.
Thank you. I just
Yeah.
And funny as hell.
The personality, it's dope. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
It's easy to talk to y'all though, so
Oh shit.
It makes
Keep
it,
going. Look at him.
I don't just talk like that to everybody.
Right.
You have to feel comfortable and be able to, like, it has to flow, right?
For sure.
You can't have
Yeah.
some stuck up people and it's like awkward. Like,
Yeah, that force shit.
I don't want to
That's
offend
right.
anyone because I will offend you.
No, yeah, you. Hey, me too.
I think we already offended some people this
Yeah, we
episode.
probably did.
I go hard in the paint.
I just told them,
I toned it down
a
today.
dark joke.
I toned it down today,
I
guys.
always tone it down.
Yeah.
When I'm here, it
She's
forces me to
so
be super
lovely.
mindful.
She just loves it.
Yeah, no, she's you're the ultimate lover.
She's a gem.
Yes.
Lovely.
Like, you just love.
I love y'all.
Yeah. You see? We love you too. Point proven. We love you too.
That's too much for me. There's too much emotion going on.
She's like, let's get back to the motherfucking logic. So here we go. Right? I got something.
Oh shit.
My mic's about to. Yeah. I got something. So, you're a big Donald Trump fan, aren't you?
Oh shit.
So, okay, hold on. I'm gonna be like,
we don't know my stance. You don't know.
I'm gonna be gentle.
Let's go.
So, what's your affinity with Donald Trump? Why you like him so much?
I don't know. I feel like I relate to him, I guess, a little bit, and that's why I like him, because here's a man who he's got money, he's got power. He knows that if he says the wrong thing, that it could affect how people perceive him
and offend people,
but he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. He don't.
And you know what? Right. And it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, he is a businessman. What he's doing, he wants to do right for the people, and that's why I like him, because like, it doesn't matter if he's gonna offend you, because people don't like to hear the fucking truth. And that's the problem. A lot of these people don't like to hear the truth, but he says the fucking truth, and if it hurts your feelings, fuck you. And that's why I like Donald Trump. Hell yeah, 2024. That's
things that I respect about him,
for sure.
Sometimes I'm like, why is he doing that? I used to love him, and now I'm just like, I think he just says really dumb. He doesn't. People are people. He's just a human, and
he's a human.
Fucking stupid shit.
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I say stupid shit. Yep. I mean, people just like she said, human. He's a human. So. But at the end of the day, he's a businessman, and he's trying to just make America great, and the best way he knows how, and by his team. So, and people make mistakes in life. Granted, he's not allowed to make mistakes because he's was the president or trying to be the president, whatever. But you have to, no one's perfect. And he did such a great job in changing a lot of things in our states and where we live in our nation. And you got this other person coming in here, and they're just kind of all over the place. We know who you're referring to. All over the place, and just old, like just falling over.
And
he's not really
racist as fuck.
Like, that's like, you wouldn't want someone like cooking your dinner, or as you're like building your home, who was incapable, right? So you don't want someone who is incapable of building your nation to be falling over and tripping over themselves, don't know what the fuck they're talking about, lost in thought over here and over there. Yeah. You want someone who's like, hey, it's like the supervisor, right? It's like, this is how we need to get this fucking job done. I don't care if you guys like what I have to say or not, get the fucking job done.
Okay, so now here's. I'm not
in depth with that.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting. I'm not gonna get into no diatribe or nothing like that. Trust me. But I feel you know what? Donald Trump grew on me only because he's one person that he hasn't done anything specifically to harm black people as far as putting anything in the law at all. So I'm willing to hear him out as far as like what he's gonna do. However, I don't like the fact that he's catering to a certain crowd of like white supremacist thinkers, people that believe in like white supremacy. White supremacy is not just like wearing a
I feel like that kind of fell in his lap. I don't really feel like he was like initially like going out.
Right, no, it fell in his lap, but he didn't have to take off with it though. And that's my only issue with him. And when you say
he's an opportunist, he's a businessman.
Right, it's an opportunist.
Right.
I'm indifferent about it.
You try to get as many people on your side as possible.
Right, to win. Right, I get it. From that point, but make America great again, catering to that crowd, because we know what's going to happen if you cater to that crowd.
Catering to them,
because he's running on that ticket.
Okay, but how is he catering though? Like, what is he doing for the white supremacists?
And the debate
he's doing that. What he's doing for them, he's not doing anything for them physically or literally.
Okay,
but he's using them to get to the presidency, and then when he gets there, then he can do all sorts of executive orders or whatever, but you're going to have to give to them at some point. If you're running on that ticket, you're going to have to give. You don't have to, but it's typically what people do.
Here's how I take this. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
But that's really the only issue I have with him. Because that's the only issue I have with him.
Spicy.
Because he hasn't done anything to like harm black folks in America specifically. Joe Biden has.
Right.
He's done some things. We can go in his history. Even when he was a senator, he voted and agreed to certain things that would be that were detrimental to the black community, right? Donald Trump hasn't done that. He's done a few racist things, like, you know, prevented black people from renting out of his apartment complexes back in the 80s or whatever.
Build
That's
the wall.
that, yeah. But that's whatever. You know what I'm saying? people
Build the wall.
you can go find it. You can go. You get racially discriminated by one of Donald Trump's
China.
apartments. Yeah. You get.
I know how he says China.
Look, it wasn't me.
He
all
with his hands.
We have very good people. And
He's a character, man.
Yeah, that was an excellent impression.
they're very good people, okay? All right? And it wasn't me at the apartment complex, okay? Okay.
Okay, so let me go back. Let's go back. So, I understand what you were saying as far as, you know, how he's kind of catering to those white supremacy people. However, just like you said, he hasn't literally done anything. He may be.
He hasn't. I mean, and I'm willing to hear him out.
He may be talking to them, but that's just like him trying to talk to Mexican women, right? Like, there's women who are like, Donald Trump, he said, grab it by the pussy, like, whatever. But he's just trying to work with anyone who is going to support him. So if they are a part of a certain group, that's them being part of a certain group, and him just saying, hey, yeah, I want y'all to vote for me.
To the dumbass white supremacists that support him, it's like, yo, you're supporting him believing that he's going to guarantee that he does something for y'all to help.
That's their own fault for thinking that.
And I agree with you.
Not his.
I agree with you. And that makes them foolish, because it's like, yo, you're trusting. At the end of the day, he's a politician, a businessman politician.
Yeah.
Whatever. So you're banking on that white supremacists that vote for him, because they're thinking like, oh, if we get this guy in office, he's going to cater to us and like not cater to.
Right? You're selling a product to someone.
That's what I'm saying. Right. I agree.
You got to tell them the right things for them to believe this is what I need. But see, at the end of the day, if they don't know how to operate whatever product you just give them, that's their fault.
Yeah. And again, like I said, I'm willing to hear him out. Like, I agree with one of the things he did when he was a president, right? When he was like, hey, you know, we have a lot of bases overseas. We're gonna get them. If you want, you pay us. Just pay us for the protection. And then I agree with that. Yeah, because we're broke. Like, we're in debt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you want America's protection, come off that bag. You know what I'm saying? We have the strong. You want military protection? Treat this like a bodyguard service.
Yeah, for sure.
You want our military power,
resources?
Yeah. Give us the cash. Come off the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Giving the shit out for free.
Because we're not.
Logical.
Right, exactly.
He's business oriented.
And
it's a business.
Yeah. So like, I'm not about to just put my soldiers' lives on the line because you have a political dispute, like in Ukraine, in Russia, that whole shit. Why are we over there? That's their problem. That's some white on white violence going on. Like, let them deal with that. That has nothing to do with the U.S. But Biden, of course, you already know. Mm-hmm. Send American troops over there. See, I feel like Donald Trump in that situation, like, it's going to be $20 million a month. Yeah. Hey, I'm with it. Yeah. I'm with that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I do like Donald Trump, though, so you guys, if y'all want to know, I am a full supporter of...
Yeah, she is a Donald Trump. See, I don't support yet. I'm willing to hear him out.
So here's...
I'm willing to hear him out.
Like, my family, they gave me, like, Donald Trump, like, gifts and stuff, because they know I'm, like... Like, my brother got me a mug for Christmas, and it was, like... It had Donald Trump on it, and it was, like... Literally the best sister, like, blah, blah, and it was, like, in Donald Trump's his words on there. I was like, this is the best Christmas gift I have ever got.
Literally the best gift ever.
Yeah, literally the best gift ever. And it was just a mug. And I'll probably love that gift more than all the other ones. Oh. So, you know, it'd be like that.
I'm bringing Crystal, Nicole, Ruth Mama to the White House. Well, she loves my gift. She loves it. It's great. It's great. It's perfect.
I've got
That's authentic support.
I got Donald Trump tattoo.
Yeah.
You got
Hey, I was going to segue to this. Let's hear it. Where's this tattoo at? I'd like to know.
It's a place where no one should be looking.
Where the sun don't shine.
Where the sun don't shine.
That's hilarious.
I do, yeah.
You know when you posted that shit on Facebook, when you posted this tattoo on Facebook, I thought it was fake.
Everyone thought it was fake. Don't believe me.
I thought it was like one of the fake
tattoos. That's why your dad believes.
My dad loved that. He thinks it's funny.
I was like, I thought that shit, because how distinct it looked. I was like, nah, that's like one of them sticker tattoos. Like,
it was fresh. The picture was fresh though.
Okay.
So, it doesn't look like that anymore. It's a little faded.
Yo, I think you might for real like be able to meet Donald Trump if that was like.
Hell yeah!
If you could go flash that, no, I'm dead serious. Yeah.
Picture my butt, Trump.
Put that shit on Twitter. Put that on X. I forgot it's called X now. Yeah. Put it on X and that'll be perfect content.
For real though.
Got Trump.
Yeah, man.
I want to meet Donald Trump 2020.
And once he talks to you, oh man, you gotta be like,
bro, if Donald Trump talked to me, I would be like, oh yeah, I would love him.
When you
starstruck?
When you eat him, man,
I would probably like my face. Well, I'd be smiling ear to ear. No lie, I'd be like, oh.
that's a little adorable.
Crystal, I'm right here.
Yeah, I'd be like, can I hug you? Like, can we just be
That's a
hugging?
little adorable.
Let's just have a date together, Chris.
Yeah, let's
Let me take you to the nicest restaurant around.
Right?
I'll buy the burgers, Trump. I got you.
Oh shit! But no, I'm still like I'm on the fence with him. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be president again. I'm not.
As long as they don't,
I don't want to hear my opinion. My opinion.
Yeah, I want. What's your opinion on Trump?
My opinion on politics is that it's shit.
It is. It is.
So I'm not gonna be like, oh, choose a side, and
it is.
When it comes to shit, like, I'm entertaining that shit.
Whoever is going to help the black community because we're owed that. That's who I'm siding with.
I don't trust none of them niggas. I don't trust none of them niggas.
I don't give a fuck.
Like what really jaded me was when it was Al Gore versus George W. Bush the first time in 2000. I seen
Al Gore
because I seen it the path downward because Al Gore won the election, but then they recounted the votes and then electorals came in and overrode.
But you know why that's put in place? Because it's put in place to fucking regulate the popular vote.
That's exactly. So it's bullshit. So what's the point? Give a fuck if your vote don't really matter.
Presidents are selected, not.
So it's like it's just playing with us.
It matters.
They're playing with us and acting like
so you're one of those.
So we're not making.
You feel like voting matters? You feel like that?
Of course,
voting don't mean shit.
They don't mean a damn.
That's what I mean. So why am I gonna entertain some shit that don't mean shit?
I don't know.
Like, it's just like I'm not wasting my time.
It did matter.
No, it never mattered.
No, exactly, and that's why I figured I learned that at 10 years old.
Presidents are vetted, they're selected, they're not either.
Yeah.
If it doesn't matter, then you can't say that you think Donald Trump's going to win for the election.
He is.
I really don't care.
You know why he's going to win?
It don't make no difference in my life.
I'm going to tell you why he's going to win, because the U.S. is like the powers that be, whoever they are, these unseen hands.
They're desperate.
Yeah, not only that, but they're realizing that Joe Biden's direction is fucked, so they need to equalize. Exactly. That's how the U.S. stays afloat. Yep. Even with debt, right? Even with debt, we constantly equalize ourselves back to a threshold.
They done fucked up.
We go down to go back up to an equal threshold, to go back down, to go, so U.S. if they want to stay Rome, because this is what this is modern day Rome, and Roman Empire fell. So if we want to keep Rome status, we got to keep that back and forth. We got to keep that tug of war. So Trump is going to win.
That's my boy.
Yeah, exactly. I can see the writing on the wall. Yeah. After how fucked off Biden did this shit, is inevitable. Yeah, all right.
People ask me,
I was one extreme. Let's go back to the other extreme.
People asking me if I was going to get that Trump tattoo covered up, and they're like, he's not president anymore. And I was like, first of all,
that's not why you got it.
Yeah, it wasn't why I got it.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it because.
So what if he's like not like he can't become president anymore? You're still going to keep it?
I don't know. I'll probably keep it for a
while.
I'll probably keep it for a while because you never know.
I heard this one proposition is that what if he gets president and he indicts himself? Why would he do that? I mean, like not indict, but like because he might be going to jail.
Impeach.
So, but like, there's a term for that to not impeach, but like to lift the charge, lift the case, like
acquitted.
Yeah, I believe so.
Don't fit.
He could pass his. It's like how he did it for like Kodak Black and A$AP Rocky. Pardon. Yeah, he pardoned himself.
Oh,
yeah. That's what I've heard as a hypothetical.
And I fucking went on that too.
And first thing he does is pardon himself.
You remember when A$AP Rocky got caught up in Sweden? Y'all remember? So look at the Virgos now.
All right,
I was laughing because my feet don't.
That's why I was laughing. I was like, damn, dog.
Jesus.
I don't be trying to talk about how short she is, but like you gotta lay it up for me.
Sorry, back to the conversation.
No, I was saying, and then we can segue to something different after this. But you remember when A$AP Rocky, the rapper, got caught up in Sweden, and the Swedish government locked him up? And Donald Trump stepped in and he was like, look, if y'all don't release him, I'm going to put sanctions on his ass. I was like, fucking right. I was like, look, I popped my college.
Gold star. What are you even talking about?
That's exactly.
But that's individualized. Like, but
it's more of the guy. It's more of
I'm talking about collectively as a group. Like, yeah. But no, he looked out for that.
That would be segregating. That would be segregating, and like if he did something specific for a group, that would be like
a group that's
counterproductive.
Well, he looks out for his own, like other crowded people.
Well, I'm saying a group. I mean, it's not segregated if they're owed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're. I hate this conversation.
Black people are owed. We're owed. We are owed. Just know that.
Look,
I'm owed to someone needs to pay.
Junyanii, you know how I'd see it, or if you don't, well, I
everybody. I always say that. Everybody has gotten what they've been owed.
Victimize yourself.
Everybody else has gotten it though.
Man,
I have no privilege.
Life is not fair.
Absolutely none.
No, fuck all that. Fuck all that. Well,
that's just like I'm numb to a lot of shit. Like I said with the whole working at BMW and seeing how white people.
Certain things are eye for eye. You know? Yep, that's right. Because
unless it was actually done to you. You're not owed anything. No one's owed anything. There's too many people walking around feeling entitled because of a certain
that's just like saying
level. But wait, there are plenty of black people or men or women, whoever, who are living a life that is great that some white people can't even get to. So that's a
vast minority though. That's a minority though. That's not the majority. The majority
where you're at.
The majority of black folks, because we're 13% according to the numbers.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
13% where?
13% in the country. 13.4.
The majority of that 13%. We make up the majority. We make up the majority of the prisons, right? Like we're the greater half of the prison. We live mostly in the hood and the ghettos and stuff like that. Most black people do. So we're only 13%, and we're in these busted, fucked up, degraded areas for the most part.
Okay.
So that is generational. That's generational. So, for an example, slave owners, right? There's some white people that their ancestors had slaves.
There were black people who had slaves too.
What are you pointing over here, bro?
Are you saying you ain't wrong?
There's black people that had slaves.
I don't co-sign for those folks, okay?
Yeah, exactly. That's why chocolate.
There's black people that had slaves because they got their freedom and were getting those people free. They weren't beating them and brutalizing them. There's no record of that. None. Zero.
That you are aware of.
No, that I know.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Because I do this.
Yeah, no, he does do it. He does spend a lot of time.
You're right to a certain extent. There were black people that had slaves legally, but they weren't torturing them like the white slave owners were. They weren't doing that.
Okay,
I bet not all of the white.
You made a comment earlier, and I'm trying to go back to that comment. You were talking about how, man, what were you saying? I lost it because I was.
Oh damn! I know it's gonna be good too.
Yeah, it was. I was like, "Oh, this! I'm gonna jump on that."
Was it about to where black people are owed that?
Yeah. So you were talking. Yeah, you were talking about how black people were owed, and we were talking
reparations. You
were talking about how it's a small percentage or minority of people who are, doing well off or whatever. This is what it was. You were talking about the jails, and you were talking about how you
talking about them boys.
You were talking about. You were talking about the percentage of black people that are in jail, right? And then you're talking about how black people are owed. However, right? So you got this is my statement was going to be you are a product of your environment. So
How did that environment get like that in the first place?
Yeah, you gotta peel the layers back.
Let's peel it back.
It's generational. Just like you were talking about how those white people are it's generational with the way they react to black people. Okay. It's generational with how.
So are you saying black people are inherently criminals?
No, I'm saying.
What the fuck?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Fucking Gemini right now.
I said you are a product of your environment.
But okay, so who created the environment?
Themselves.
Listen.
So black people created the ghettos and the hoods.
These people are living in the hood because that's where they choose to live.
Mexican people.
But see, the difference is that
I agree with both sides.
The difference is that Hispanic people, they have a country they can go back to, right?
First of all, I'm from Texas. I'm Hispanic. I'm gonna stay in Texas.
Okay. Well, the majority of
country.
Yeah. What you talking about?
Okay. So the majority of Hispanic people, the majority of Hispanics, right? They have gotten forms of reparations in the past.
Sure.
White people, they always like to pull the Irish card. All Irish people were slaves. Well, guess what? They got reparations, right? From the government, from the U.S. government.
Reparations? I didn't get no fucking reparations.
Irish people that were enslaved, they got, well, you can Google this. It's called freedom dues. Look it up. It's called freedom dues. They got guns, they got cash payments, they got a bunch of guns, and they got land. Basically, what we were supposed to get, 40 acres and a mule that we never fucking got, right? So ever since then, black people have been having to pull ourselves up from our bootstraps. And when we do, we have shit like Tulsa, Oklahoma that happens. The first bombing on U.S. soil in the U.S. history, the very first bombing that U.S. ever experienced was at Tulsa, Oklahoma, which was Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street.
I've read about that.
Okay, so Black Wall Street was the first bombing that ever happened on U.S. soil.
Yep. I'm actually
right. Here. So when we do that's to pull ourselves up from our bootstraps situation. Mm-hmm. And it got fucked up by the U.S. government, right? So every time we have these checkpoints, but that's why there's many examples. I can keep going. There's many examples where we're pulling ourselves up from our bootstraps.
Is to be a conqueror, though.
Segregation was to pull ourselves up from our bootstraps moment. And in segregation, right? You had moments where white people would go into these segregated areas. They would pull black people out of their homes. KKK shit. That's when the KKK started like 2 years after slavery was abolished.
Okay, so wait.
So like,
it started off with the lynchings and stuff.
Are you saying that black people now are owed stuff that people back then were?
That's why
because generationally people have benefited.
Okay, but wait. So earlier you were talking about how
generationally white people have what's called white privilege, which takes generational time to build.
So you're trying to have black privilege right now?
No, I'm trying to have justice. I'm trying to have I'm trying to have equal justice.
I'm pulling a him on him.
Wait. So how?
I'm trying to have so when black people, like with the example I brought up about racism, right? So instead of getting a deeper punishment for the same crime being committed that another person commits, how about we have justice equal?
How can you ask for?
Pipe dreams, bro.
How can you ask for change?
I'm sorry, man.
But it's like that. Go ahead.
How can you ask for change in society today if you're still holding on to I was owed this because of this? Instead, why not let that shit go? Let my people go.
No,
let that shit go.
I'm not letting shit go.
I know he's not letting it go. I know because I'm letting it go. I'm like, it is what it is, man.
Okay,
it's fucked up.
Okay, right now,
he's right.
Okay, hold on. You know why I'm not gonna let it go? Because we don't let go of the Holocaust. We get reminded of that every year,
but
right? We don't have to forget about that. JQ.
We celebrate Martin Luther King Day every fucking year.
I don't want
Black History Month.
I don't want fuck Black History Month. I don't want a symbolic gesture. I want reparations. Because generationally,
so what did they do for the Holocaust? What reparations?
The U.S. government gave the Jewish community cash payments once again to all Jewish citizens. They gave them cash and they gave them business loans and allotments and opportunities. Like they gave them companies.
Always doing
Like they gave them shit.
YouTube, man.
This is truth to power.
It's not like it.
This is just history. This is just history. I'm just speaking history. This is not my opinion. This is just history. I'm just saying, Irish people, Native Americans. We don't get to forget about their plight. They got
Oh no,
reparations.
they were also here before all of our shitty asses came through and like took their shit.
Well, the Native Americans, a lot of them, they were actually, a lot of them were black though. A lot of them were black. You got Native Americans that are darker than me.
I feel like you should just look at people as a whole and not be looking at their everything. Can we just move forward?
In an idealistic world, I agree, but that's not the world we live in. The world we live in is where everybody gets what they're owed, and a certain sector of people don't.
I think the world that you think we live in is about to all die off soon because they're all old as fuck, and the world that is trying to create is struggling because there's people that are so stuck in the past and that we can't all move forward
I wish I believed
and forget about the
I've said that
the past. Not forget about it. Absolutely, do not forget about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, go forward.
Move forward.
We don't have to talk about freaking racism every fucking episode, dude.
I wish
it is not even a fabric of what we are as people every day. We don't even talk about this shit at home.
I wish we could move forward. But since it's taught,
you're the only one that can't move forward.
I move forward. I move forward.
Well, it's still a thing. It's still real.
No, that's what I'm saying. Racism. It goes back to we want to move forward to forget about it, but it's taught all the time. Not by us, not by me, not by cuz, not by us.
But that's the goal, though. But isn't that the goal? Huh? Isn't that the goal? Is not to look at race?
Yeah, let's change it.
You have, what I'm saying is, you have to.
But give me what I'm owed first, and then we can start changing.
And that might not ever happen. So what are you going to do? Just walk around?
That's why I'm over it.
But you weren't even born during that time.
You need more of us.
Your family was in Cameroon. They weren't even here, bro.
Well, I'm speaking right. I'm not a
foundation. Your family wasn't in another country, dude.
Most of the family that you had prior to that time is probably all gone anyway. So who are they going to pay?
You're right. You're right. I'm not a foundational Black American. You're right. However, I'm speaking up because I grew up as that experience. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I am I'm not foundational by genetics, by ancestral, but I grew up with that experience. So I empathize with that experience. I venerate with that.
The general sees us as...
Yeah, so with that being said, I don't have a problem fighting for someone that... Because I'm not going to get reparations if it happens. I'm not getting it. But I feel for the people that do need it and have to have it.
And you can feel for them, but then...
It's empathy. It's empathy.
Of course. And you can have empathy. But I can't... That's like me saying, I deserve this because all these people experience this. So now I'm owed.
Yeah, because the majority of your community is fucking disenfranchised. Most of them, the majority of them are. You have a few basketball players that make it, rappers, entertainers, whatever.
Do you believe in socialism?
Do I believe in socialism as a system?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's practiced right now. Not in America per se, but it's practiced.
And you think those countries are doing well?
I think China's doing well more so than we're led to believe. China, Russia, they're doing well enough.
Did you know in China? Fun fact about China. I don't know if that rule is still applicable today, but fun fact is that in China, you were only allowed to have one kid per household.
Well, they changed it recently, but
they did change it. But
that's one thing.
I think you brought that up. You brought that up.
I'm not with that communism, socialism bullshit.
I mean, I'm not saying
that's how the
world's like America should be limited to that. Like
capitalism is the way.
There's
survival of the fittest.
I know why you're saying that.
There's too many people out here.
I know why you saying that shit.
People out here with their feelings and stuff. Like too many emotional people. Like you don't need to have.
And that's what socialism would get.
Learn how to
love yourself before you try to have a kid.
Kids with kids out here. Like y'all need to chill out.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on.
And that's
H-Town.
Anyways, man.
Well,
whatever.
On that note,
right? Hashtag reparations for FBA.
This guy.
Again.
Hey, y'all. Hey, no, fuck that. We can make her great by getting reparations.
Oh my god.
I know we go squabble.
This is gonna be heated debate. I'm gonna make sure Ledger has like the thumbnail with the verses and all that. And at least one of the clips. This whole thing, this is gonna be like at least 30 minutes.
No, we could, that's what we could clear it away.
Piece together a whole song from this episode.
I'm telling you, this whole is going viral. This that's what I'm saying. But Damn. Y'all heard about UFOs, right? And all that shit going on.
Oh,
and they actually found aliens.
They're starting to confirm this shit.
Yeah, and they actually found aliens.
The most unkept, wide open secret that's been wide open for years. Yeah, wait. Jesus, Dixie Chicks. Good God. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, first of all,
Oh,
we knew there was aliens here.
Huh?
We knew there was aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, hey guys, by the way.
There's those people out. Oh my God! That's all those people.
Honestly, like, what
it's a whole universe.
What would you do, right, if you really met like a non-humanoid that's not an animal from Earth, but like
you see some of those outros right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jesus. No, but
Just kidding.
but R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. No, but like, what would that would be crazy, right?
If there was an alien, we'll just walk up and what's up?
I would smoke him or her.
No, I probably have some food.
What would you?
Up?
Yeah.
What would you even classify that thing?
I'd be like,
You got lungs, right?
You know what?
Is E.T. racist or Galactus?
The first thing I would say in today's society, because I would make a joke. If it was an alien, I would come up to the alien and I would be like, "What's up? What's your pronouns?"
That is a good question to ask, though. That is
that's a legit question.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But
I was laughing. I'm like, let's go get some food.
do y'all think they look like the fucking aliens that we've all grown up to see?
They have images
with the eyes and the
presented
head.
in the case.
I didn't see it.
They didn't have no ears. Something else.
Huh?
But they stand
They have like big,
Yeah.
googly like eyes.
Wait.
And no ears.
Hold on, time out.
Kind of big head.
So like they showed a picture of one.
But it was like a whole case. It was like a court case, and like they're revealing what these things like three scientists or three people in it, and they're coming out clean with the information that they have.
What's that place out there in Las Vegas or Nevada?
You can find it.
Area 51.
Yeah. Probably where they had all them goddamn aliens.
That D12 classified. What do you say? What's that G12 classified?
G14 classified.
Yeah,
you know where I get that from, right? The movie Rush Hour.
Exactly.
Where
G14 classified.
Chris Tucker first meets the FBI agents, and the FBI agent's like, "Yeah, I want to talk to you about the special assignment."
Yeah,
it's G14 classified. Yeah.
G14 classified.
Yeah, and the other guy's like, "Oh, that's pretty good." G14 classified. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, nah, that'd be
aliens
crazy.
are cool. What's up?
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Alien
scared.
party.
You think they just been studying us all this time?
I mean, if they're more advanced, then why not?
Because it's a whole universe out there.
There's a whole universe in the ocean
we're
too.
galaxies.
There's
That's a
aliens in
fact.
the ocean.
That's a fact.
Like, you know,
Aliens in the ocean. Are you talking about
That's
like
fact.
those mega beasts like megalodon?
Yeah, there's
or,
like different-
like deep, like
there, yeah,
in the
there's
most
so
pressurized.
much ocean out there that people haven't
I agree.
come across, right? They
Yeah,
haven't-
there's some phenomenons that
Have
we
you
still
seen
haven't
those fish with the large, long teeth?
I'm
That shit looks creepy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like,
So
Yeah.
it's just
It's like a little body,
The
but-
alien thing is not a big deal for me. It's just like one
Right.
more species they found.
Sure.
So it's just like, all right.
so I know you probably believe we're definitely not alone, like,
No.
in the universe.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
definitely.
proves it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I already did think that.
I hope they land here. That would be sweet.
Y'all believe in like ghosts and spirits?
Huh?
Ghosts and spirits? Y'all believe in that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
my God.
Absolutely.
We all agree there.
Yeah.
Look at that. You know.
I can't. I have a friend that like anytime I tell an in-depth story, like something funny happens. So
Oh, okay. It's like a sign
my
or
friend
something.
that's resting
Oh.
in heaven every time I talk. Like
Yeah.
Like his guardian
not every
angel.
time. I'm silly. It's happened a few times. Like maybe 3 or 4 times.
Damn.
Okay.
Yep. It's,
So you have that ability, that supernatural ability to still talk,
To tap
into that. I forget the terms because I have a friend that also has
Spiritual realms.
Yeah, spiritual
Supernatural
realms. Like Astral. It starts with A.
I kind of just like link it in with my like intuition, and I don't know what the name is at all, but it's just like energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirits are energy.
Do you have anybody you were close to that passed away that you were close to in your life?
Mhm.
Okay. Like a friend?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah.
Family? Okay.
Yeah, I
Do you
feel
ever
him.
feel like
I feel him.
you ever have like dreams about
over
like that person every once in a blue moon, or like, you know, they'll pop into your dream or something? Do y'all know what lucid dreams are?
Yes.
Do you have those?
Juice WRLD.
I have not yet.
Juice WRLD.
A lucid dream.
Okay.
I don't know the
dream.
You can actually force yourself to have a lucid dream. There's like a way. My
mom likes that.
My daughter's dad, he like tried to do that. Like tried to have like a lucid dream.
I know somebody that can.
You what?
I know somebody that can. Like,
really?
Yeah, I know a homie that stopped there. That it's like it's inherited too.
It's funny. The first time, Haley, her duplex neighbor, the first time I ever met him was I was sitting down at her bar having a drink, and he's like, "I just woke up from Astral the first time I ever had like a lucid
Astral
dream."
plane.
Astral plane, astral projection.
Something like that.
But I'm like, what? And he's like, I was having a dream and I knew I was sleeping in my dream, and then I would dream that I was somewhere else, and then in my dream I'd be somewhere else. And
that's like Inception shit.
Ooh.
And then he'd be like, okay, now wake up. And then he'd wake up and he'd be like, all right, go back to sleep. Basically, like telling himself what to do, like kind of playing with it.
That's interesting.
But he had just woken up from like, I guess his first time ever doing that and playing with it.
Right.
And like, that's the first time I ever met him. I'm like, that's really strange. This is interesting.
You ever had like a vivid dream like that where you're like, it feels real?
First of all, I am lucky if I dream.
Yeah.
I don't get enough sleep to dream.
Exactly. I haven't slept.
When I dream, I'm like, holy, I actually had a dream. It's been like years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I dream like once every blue moon. Like I go months and months while dreaming shit.
I daydream.
It goes dark and then I'm up.
Awake, I'm like down.
As soon as you close your eyes, it's like fucking 6, 7 hours.
All my alarms going off or whatever. I'm just waking up.
I daydream though. Does that count?
Daydream
all the time.
Yeah.
Like you're driving, you get home, you're like, how the fuck?
How did I get
that instinctive shit.
Yeah. Your mind's just
that shit happens a lot.
Autoplane.
You're so right because I was just daydreaming right now. That shit crazy.
I can't wait to go back and to watch this video.
Oh, say no.
I always stay looking over at his face as he's doing something funny. Like,
explain Virgo. What does this Virgo do? Like, how does that feel? Like, what you gotta explain? You gotta break that down to me and to the Scorpio here. You gotta.
So basically, like Virgos, and I don't know. There's actually 2 different types of Virgos, but like for me personally, and like what he did. Our brains are running like 100 miles a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. And like we're thinking of all these different scenarios. So like as soon as we hear something, our brain is like, that could have gone this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way.
Damn.
And so like we're just sitting here like that's how I'm able to like converse the way I do because y'all can be talking about.
Shouts to you for knowing the word converse and not saying conversate.
You sit up here and thought just like.
And I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, like that. He's like, she knows this shit. Like what the fuck? Like that.
She read me like a book.
That's how it is.
Sounds to Harry Potter.
One of my daughters is Virgo, and she's the same way. She even told, actually, just yesterday, we were having a conversation, me, her, and her dad, and she was explaining how she is in school, and she was like, she's a very smart girl, but she was like, this year I'm going to be different in school, blah, blah. She's like, I'm actually going to pay attention. And we were like, bro, you're supposed to be paying attention all the time.
Yeah, no, it's just that natural for us.
She literally said,
I have to try to get A's and B's in class.
She's like, I'm deep in thought. She's like, my mind is thinking about all these different things. She's like, I'm listening, but I'm just kind of like, do. And that's, it's not even like a, I just thought like an ADHD type. It's not like an ADHD type thing. It's literally like, it's
the opposite.
Yeah, our brains are.
We process fast.
Yes, we're processing and analytical. So we're.
Yes, y'all are analytical.
Yeah, our brains are just like.
Y'all bring into detail. Y'all ever see a crack in this table that nobody can see at first, and then you're like,
I've already seen all of them.
Exactly 3.
Or if y'all are like going off of someone. Like, for example, and like they have like a messy room, you'll use that as ammunition. Be like, why don't you fucking clean this place up? Like, hang up your clothes and like.
My daughters.
You know what I'm saying?
Why can I walk in here?
Yo, you ain't even put together right. Look at your fucking clothes.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
I'm not. I'll be talking about.
I know the Virgo energy. I'm telling you, I know that energy, bro. Because my roommate,
you're trying to say we're petty.
No, well, y'all can be.
Oh, yep.
Because y'all are so detailed. Y'all petty. Nitpick. Yes. Petty is rooted in details.
My mom is Virgo, so I'm not going to go too deep into that.
Because like whenever I go into debates or arguments with people, like I go into that argument. I dissect that shit. Yeah. And I find the cracks in it and stuff.
And like doing things like taking out the trash, doing the dishes are important to y'all.
I always wash the dishes and take out the trash. Damn. I do that for hours for years.
I hate doing the dishes.
You hate doing the dishes, but you can't.
I always do it. Like, I hate doing it, but I do it.
Seeing a full ass sink full of dishes, that's gonna bother you.
Anxiety starts going. Throw them away.
That's why.
I'll throw it. I have literally thrown pots out. This shit pisses me off.
That just gave me. I just had an epiphany.
Pots out. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just buy another one. Throw it away. Get it out of here. I gotta clean it out.
See. You see what I'm saying? You see what she did? That Virgo, like, I gotta just clean everything. Wipe the slate clean. Like, let's get all the clean.
Clean it like that though. I'll be lazy.
I am too, but
I'm selectively clean.
Yes, that's selectively clean. Exactly. I like that.
That's energy's fucking. Because I know y'all are fucking.
I'm trying to be different right now. I care.
Y'all be paying attention to
everything.
People come in like,
there's a blessing in the curse
or something, and I'm like, don't touch anything because everything. Like it might look messy to you, but things are.
I know exactly. Oh my god. That's why I'll get home from work. I know my mom was in my room because like my Xbox was moved or something. I was like, why were you in my room? Why you let me know you're going in my room?
But like I would know exactly where
everything is. Hey man, why are you doing this, man? Y'all like revealing a lot of my top secrets and stuff. Like people supposed to find out about me over time. Like it just been exposed.
Johnny's just over here dissecting everybody.
I know, right?
What you, man?
I'm gonna call you address.
How much I pay for you for this?
Oh shit! Damn, you get double.
Hold on. What y'all know about Aquarius though? Oh, what y'all got a double team me for? What time is it?
We're out of time. We're out of time, Aquarius.
Aquarius, y'all don't know nothing about that. But I am the opposite of what y'all are, kind of. The place where me and Virgo bond is the intellectual things. Like we can really bond on that.
Yeah, because Legends Aquarius too.
Yes,
our editor.
We can vibe on that end a lot. But everything else, when it comes to like, got to make sure everything's like in a certain crisp order, and like Aquarius is like, man, look.
When I go out to dinner,
okay.
Yeah, when I go out to dinner, I'm like moving stuff on the table.
I know shit has to be symmetrical.
Yes.
See,
it has to make sense. Well,
exactly. It has to make sense. It has to add up. It has to equate to something.
Yeah, that's like
everything's a problem to solve.
Yes. So
I need solutions.
Look at this shit.
I need solutions, bro.
Like when people tell me stories, people tell me a story.
You triggered this, it's your fault.
Yeah, he triggered it. People tell me a story, right? And if I can tell when they're lying because shit won't make sense. I'm like,
it has to add up.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm like the first one to question you. I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why is this and this? Like there's a solution for everything.
There's gaps in the story.
Yeah, like you're lying, sir.
That's why I always say the truth is his story, both stories, and then the real perspective. Like there's three different perspectives.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna say this, and y'all probably don't know this about yourselves, but I do because I lived with a Virgo that was very.
I know everything.
Okay, so y'all have like a certain eyeball. Yeah, y'all have a certain look like that. Y'all give like that analytical look when something's not going right. Y'all have that eye, like that look. Like it's like I can't really explain it. But my roommate, he was a Virgo. He used to do that shit sometimes to me. But I'm like, bro, what the fuck? What you analyzing right now? Like, what the fuck?
We're just thinking.
But it's like that look, like that, like you're just looking.
I know that look.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
It's that Virgo. I call it the Virgo look because like y'all look and y'all like. I have
people who will call me out like in the group setting. Like, let's see, I'll be out with my friends, right? And I'm like looking at someone and I'm watching them and I'm like confused about what they're doing. My friends
are like, y'all, you got it too. You got that
person like just fucking staring at me. I'm just confused. Like, what's happening over there? Like, my brain will start breaking it down, just like what we were talking about. Like, start breaking it down. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense over there.
You know what's funny? This is not common. Let me tell y'all a quick story about how I discovered the look, not just through my roommate. Discovered the look. Michael Jackson.
He's a Virgo.
He's a Virgo. Yeah. He was doing. There's a behind the scenes video of him doing "We Are the World."
He's so.
And when there was like 3 artists that had to chime in before he came back in on his verse, but he was standing right next to them in the studio, like all three of them were behind like music stands.
He gave the look.
He gave that look because like when they started, they were off key. I ain't gonna lie.
He was
I felt Michael on that because like he gave that Virgo look.
Jackson,
he gave that Virgo look. He was like, because he did his verse, and then when they chimed in, he like put his hands in his pocket. He was just like.
Like
that Virgo look like that.
I know this shit y'all coming with right now.
It's like you really thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the
Michael.
Right?
He's so detail oriented and such a perfectionist. So when they chimed in, he was just like.
Yeah, that's true because you'll be like how did like.
This is some serious shit right now. Are you serious right now?
We give that look because we expect people to have fucking common sense.
Yeah, it's not common though.
And it's like, why did you think that was going to work in that situation?
Exactly.
That's the look where you're like, are you fucking kidding me right now? That is the look.
Where did your brain stop?
Yeah.
Instead of follow through.
Yeah, because he fucking because Michael Jackson, he has a great voice, right? It's excellent, you already know. But these people that chimed in, they were like, and we are everywhere. Like it was terrible, and I felt him on that. I ain't gonna lie.
Like,
he took it as disrespect.
Yeah,
he took it as disrespect. Like, really coming out here with this shit?
Yeah, who brought you?
It was. I'm telling you, it was.
It's like you can edit them out.
Yeah, exactly. Tells the Anthony on the side.
Their microphone.
Right. Hey, cut that shit.
Yeah.
Just cut it out.
Yeah, they'll listen to Mike.
Put in there.
They'll listen to Mike too.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yeah, all right, Mike. All right.
Yeah, exactly, because it's his shit.
Right.
Y'all are on there with him.
Did you smoke weed today too, man?
Guys, I'm hungry.
I didn't.
Yeah. We gotta wrap up.
We about to wrap up. We wrapping up right now.
I love y'all.
No, yeah. Hey, but
this was amazing.
Again, for 1.5, you guys to come back. Hey, are you serious about the every other weekend?
Yeah, I'm down.
Because I like the vibes, man. This is a good balance. You know?
Exactly, right?
Good balance. 2 women, 2 men.
Yep.
I'm down for it.
And we're also different from one another too. So
we might be doing part-time out on the west side though. With the podcast location.
Oh yeah. Did she relay?
Yeah, exactly. She did.
Yeah,
she told me this morning.
Traveling?
Yeah. So check it out, right?
I'm down to travel.
We're setting up another location, basically, instead of just doing it here all the time and paying for a station.
Hey, I'll get that.
We're gonna do it at her place.
My place is amazing.
Where's that?
Amazing place. It's in Katy.
Oh, okay. The same drive distance, so whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For me.
So yeah, her
north.
Yes, I live in Montgomery off the
99. I mean, if you have
Lake Conroe. Yeah, it's just.
Oh yeah, 99 go that far.
My mom lives in Katy, so it's an hour and 20 minutes.
What's up? Hit me up whenever you're saying hi to Mama.
Yeah.
Mama, I'm for it.
Yeah.
Mama, I think I'm gonna be in Katy on Tuesday, but with my children.
Okay.
I got a kid. Holler.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, mommy power.
How old are you? How old is your children, by the way?
My daughters. One is 16 and the other one will be 15 in August.
Oh, they're big
Oh,
children.
they're big. They're big.
Hey, yours is 5, right?
I got mine's 5.
Yeah,
But he'll level up.
My daughters can babysit.
Yeah, my nephew's 6.
Hey,
There's never a problem for us to go out. This is a fucking match made in heaven.
Oh shit!
You had a babysitting job.
They just did the whole Step Brothers. Did we just become that shit? Sorry, sword fight.
That's awesome.
Okay, well, yeah, we're going to have multiple locations, not just here, but
yeah, exactly.
We can do it here and over there.
Exactly.
We can still do it.
That was my.
It's good to have.
I was thinking that same thing.
Your house is going to be way cuter.
Hey, you know what? I just realized this, and
It's just based off of
probably a good thing that I talk. Y'all can hear me though, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so weird because
It's natural.
look, like y'all's little microphone things are. Is yours black? Oh, yours is okay. Oh, okay. Just kidding.
Yeah, he's black.
Like mine's not blinking.
Is yours black?
Like,
I'm like, what is what
but
of
his
mine
is red
black?
too. So just kidding.
Mine's red. Hers is Jordan's is red.
No, ours are red and y'all's are white. I'm talking about the light.
Oh, the light. Oh, okay. Oh,
Y'all's blinking when y'all talk, but ours isn't.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine because I have it set up a certain way here.
Okay. Just, I don't know anything about that. I was just looking at the light.
She's like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
You need to know.
Virgo moment. This is a fucking Virgo moment right here.
I've been watching this thing the whole time we've been talking.
You see it? No, that's what I'm talking about.
Like you can look in the video. I'm like looking at this thing. Like I'm like that doesn't make sense over there.
This is the fucking shit I'm talking about. They picking up on the random fucking little details. Like, what red light are you fucking talking about? What are you talking about?
You're saying too much. You're saying too much, man.
This is a fucking dot. You see this? Why are you looking at it?
It went out.
Why the fuck do you care? Like, it's a little.
Whenever I first started engineering, I used to always look at that shit in the studio.
Analytical brain, my bad.
Why do you?
It wasn't blinking like the rest of the lights. Those two were red, and I was like, we're not making that sound.
You're tripping. That's too much detail. You tripping.
Meanwhile, we have J Hall.
What? That's what I'm looking right here. Jesus.
My bad, guys.
Okay. It's little microscopic light over here, man. Look at the.
It's your boy A-Swell. The camera goes.
Yeah.
We got like. Man, what an episode. I'm watching this immediately.
Yo, it's gonna be fire.
What the hell? Well, yeah. Go ahead. If y'all want to plug yourselves in.
The Junyanii, Instagram, Junyanii on Twitter, Recognize Entertainment LLC Facebook, personal Facebook. I'm still saying fuck you. Merch. Get the merch. DM me for the merch. You know, the hats are going out. They're getting sold like a motherfucker, the hats. But I'm about to get some more shirts, some more form fit shirts. Hey, you see the hat? Rocking the hat. Yes, sir. Appreciate ya. Yeah.
No, like
everybody here on the panel's got a hat. So y'all want some of the greatness? Hit your boy up, DM me. Website's coming soon too, and then music is definitely on the way.
And
links in the bio.
Roof done.
Oh yeah, she does roofs.
Crystal Nicole,
does
Crystal with a K
roof.
on Facebook and Instagram.
There you go.
Roof.
There you go.
J Hall, y'all. Jordan. Chill Cut, J Hall, I don't fucking know the rest of it. Love_Jordan on Instagram. Check out my art.
There you
go. Don't worry, we'll put it in the bio.
There it is.
Make sure that's there.
There it is.
So y'all having me out?
And we out.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Can't wait to hang out on Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
All
right. Peace.